5 million pictures from Samaj.
Yeah, he did fucking just flood that thing, didn't he?
Oh, I mean, but you saw the thing where I told you where I was like, oh, it's Wait, it says we're up. Let's just double check here, so if we can find the stream. And
Are we both coming through? Are we talking? Things happening?
Yeah, I'm
I hear
just
voices.
forgot to switch
Are we both
everything to
coming
Yeti.
through? Are we talking? Things happening?
Yeah, I'm
I hear
just
voices.
yeah, I forgot to switch some sound stuff. So okay, we're good. We should be good. We should be good right now. All right, there we go. Perfect.
Good shit.
Oh man. So let's see. I had the cake rage is probably the funniest thing that recently happened. That just was bizarre. So one of my coworkers is she's like the person that works the evening shift. So we chat for a few minutes when I get there. We already have to do a crossover where they tell me everything that happened during the day or anything like that kind of stuff.
Right.
Pass on any concerns. If people are having problems or if something's going on with somebody or something. And
right.
So one night I get in there and she's like, oh, I got a cake that I made. She made a pound cake for the guys for the next night. She was just letting it cool off on the stove and it was too hot to bring into the office yet. She was letting it cool off, and I'm like, all right, I'll go. I'll bring it into the office and put a little tinfoil over the top and stuff. But what if when I go to my my rounds and everything? And so the next morning, I'm telling this other lady, and this lady just for this split second after I told her, her eyes were just fucking enraged. You know what I mean? Where it's like just that micro expression.
Yeah.
Where somebody just that brief second of just blind rage, and then it fucking they get I can't let anybody know I'm mad, And this lady is apparently just really unhappy with my coworker for some reason. She's always like for no reason she just started like, oh, she doesn't do her job. She's trying to basically like turn everybody to thinking that my coworker just doesn't do anything. Like she just sits around all evening just fucking around and playing on her phone or some nonsense.
Ah, okay.
And I mean my guess is she's mad because in her previous job before she started where she is now, she was kind of in charge of herself. Like she wasn't a manager per se, but she was kind of like the only person who would be there most of the time, so she was de facto in charge.
Oh, gotcha.
So she thinks she should be like the second in position to the manager or something. That's my guess. Because like I worked with this other lady before, and I've seen like what she does. She's probably the reason our program didn't get fucked in the last audit. Because she's been working her ass off doing like management position job as well as her own job and catching us up on all the paperwork that the previous two managers didn't get done.
Wow.
So it's like she's not sitting around and doing nothing.
Yeah, she's not slacking.
I wouldn't want that fucking job because it's a lot of fucking work. But it was just one of those things where I'm like, I don't think you understand, like, because even the other staff who work during the like this lady works 7 to 3, and then my coworker that's being defamed works 3 to 11. And there's other people that work like into the after 3 p.m. with her, and they're like, no, yeah, she's working her ass off like constantly. What are you talking about? Like, but it just was such a funny thing because it was like, fucking, you're this mad over cake? like she made a fucking cake, bro. It's not like she fucking pissed in your bowl of cereal. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
So she's probably like a slacker.
No, like she does her job. Like she does her job just fine. Like this lady's great at her job. It's just the weirdest thing. Like You know, she was actually like really good friends with the coworker when she wasn't working this evening shift and didn't have the house management position. And it's just one of those like wacky
That should be
things
my job
that you're
kind of
like,
thing or something.
I guess. I
She
mean,
didn't get the job.
that's the only thing I can think of is that it's something like jealousy. She wanted the job, even though she's not like fit for it, nor has she put in the time working there. She's only been there like a few months now. Like, you can't just start there and be like, oh no, I want to be head counselor. And here's the really fucking ridiculous thing. Being essentially the assistant manager and being like stuck doing a lot of the manager's position work while our manager's going and running another house that one of the other managers isn't fucking running. Like, the difference in pay between us, like between like what she makes and what this other lady makes, is 10 cents an hour.
Oh wow.
So like fucking it's all of that, and you're like, it's a cake, and it's 10 cents a fucking hour. You know, like, lady, you gotta take a fucking step back and look at what you're mad about. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty fucking bizarre.
yeah, it was one of those ones where you're like, I was just like, I mean, even in the moment, I was just like, fucking what? All right.
Where the fuck is this coming from?
Yeah, I don't understand why people get that mad about that kind of shit. And there was a situation where I ended up quitting a job because I got passed over because I had worked at the company for longer, and it was clear that the junky piece of shit that they put in charge was absolutely incompetent and only was put in charge. Absolutely, the only reason was because he was like in his 30s and I was 18 and a half. Because he didn't know how to do the job. He refused to do it correctly. He would not follow any of the procedures. He was constantly the reason for shit being sent back to be redone. You know, and it's like, and it was like, there's other people that work there that are old enough to do it according to them, apparently, that would have been better. But this is just like the worst possible person for the job. And I was like, all right, well, I'm out. I'll work somewhere else, because if I'm not going to get, you know, anything for all the hard work I put into a place, I'm certainly not going to stay there. That's just a waste of my time.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. I didn't go and fucking like rage on the guy or like fucking try to spread rumors or even fuck with his life or whatever, dude. I just was like, all right, well, I'm out. Peace, guys. Have a nice time. Found me another job, put in my 2 weeks notice, and peace the fuck out. Like a professional would.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't just talk shit about the guy behind his back.
Yeah, there's no point. Like, I'm not gonna fuck it up. Like, all right, he's got this job. He's in rehab and all this shit. Even though, like, we can all tell it's not working. You know, like,
right.
It's one of those things where it's like, yeah. I mean, it sucked that I didn't get the job, but the best option at that point is very easy, like, obviously just to, like, you know, fucking just not work there.
Yeah.
Go be successful in some other company. It's really not that hard to do. It's like those people that kill their spouse instead of just getting a fucking divorce. You know, it's like, you could have just, you know, got a divorce and now no one would have to go to prison.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody needed to die or to go to prison.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, is that Samaj there?
Hi.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going all right. How you all doing?
We're good. We're talking about the perils of baking a cake at work.
Yeah, I would recommend it.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Cakes are dangerous.
Yeah.
But you know, speaking of stupid shit over food, my brother fucking flipped his shit last night. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah, is this the pizza story you were referencing?
Yeah, the pizza story. So, hold on, I gotta get a drink real quick. My throat's all fucking scratchy. So, we're like, usually we split up everything, like somebody cooks each night. But last night, for whatever reason, I forget what the reason was, but like we were all just getting our own shit, cook your own food for the night kind of thing. And he ordered himself a big old pizza, and the guy gets there, and so we go knock on his door like, hey, yo, your pizza guy's here. And he just stays in his fucking room. So we're like, like a minute later, we're like, dude, the fucking pizza guy is waiting on you. Like, what are you doing? And he starts yelling, well, just fucking sign for it or some shit. And we're like, I mean, because, how are we supposed to know, like, what is going on here? Because we didn't order the fucking pizza. He comes out and starts yelling and screaming at us about how we're, fucking, he's not going to do anything for me anymore. I'm an asshole. And I just shut him down because I'm like, look, dude, don't fucking come out here and start yelling and shit. And I started yelling back at him like, you can't fucking come out here and talk to us like that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
It's not our responsibility to come fucking get the pizza from the pizza guy. And like, you don't get to come out here and treat us like shit for not doing it. Like,
yeah, dude. It'd be one thing if you're like, hey, man, if pizza gets, you know what I mean? Like, tells you what's fucking happening is one thing, and asks you
if
to
he
do
said,
something.
like, hey, in advance, and here's the thing, the best part, he makes it fucking the most ridiculous. He was busy watching a video. That's why he couldn't go out and get the pizza.
Oh, that's fucking,
just fucking pause the fucking video, asshole.
Yeah, dude, what the
what
fuck,
are you
dude?
talking about? Oh, man.
Why is he
Watch the video! Decide for the goddamn pizza!
It was fucking insane. I was like,
dude.
you gotta be kidding me, dude.
Yeah. And now some of the stuff you mentioned about your brother is pretty... Yeah, he seems pretty fucking intense, dude.
Yeah. When he blows his top, it's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, he just starts screaming and yelling. He's never gonna do anything for me again. Bitch, don't do anything for me now.
Yeah. I was gonna say, so same as Ben? Okay, so
no difference now. It's very fucking. I think he might be thinking about like cooking dinner, because that was one of the ones he was talking about, and I'm like, but.
Oh wow.
And it's like, well, we all take turns cooking and doing dishes, just because like we all want to eat and fucking have clean dishes to eat off of when we do it.
Yeah.
So that's not really something you're doing for me. That's just part of your fucking daily task of existing.
Yeah, that is the communal deal you've all set up.
Yeah.
So how old is your brother?
6 years younger than me, so he's 36, on the cusp of 37.
So he's having a teenage tantrum at the age of 36.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I mean...
But it's better than... It used to be a lot worse. Was a point in time when he probably would have just taken a swing at me instead.
Does he have some sort of problem?
Yeah, he's... we don't have any sort of, like, specific diagnosis because it's not, like, autistic, but it's that one that's in the middle, like Asperger's, we think? Probably?
Somewhere on the spectrum?
Yeah, somewhere on the spectrum kind of thing. Like, he doesn't see gray areas, like, at all. Like, he just... It's not a thing he understands. But it was just one of those things where it was just like, you gotta, like, you're fucking blowing your top because we didn't get a pizza for you out of the fucking, like, come on, dude.
Yeah, you guys are fucking real assholes for not reading his fucking mind.
Yeah. Well, and then, and I wasn't even like, it was just like, you can't come out and start yelling at us for this shit. Like, this has gotta stop. Like, we can't. Every time we're gonna knock on your door, we're gonna get yelled at. Like, because you're watching a video. Like, fuck off. Pause your video.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? That is very bizarre.
I'm playing, like, right now I'm playing a game I can't really pause, like, at all. Like, it's unless I disconnect from it entirely, it's just gonna keep going, like, because it's, connected to a server and everybody else is playing live.
Right.
You can just walk away.
Just walk away if I have to. Like, that's not a big deal. Like, if I end up dying or something, I can, whatever I've lost, I can get back. It'll all be there to, like, fucking be mined or built back up again from nothing or whatever.
So, does your brother try to fight you often?
No, but every once in a while he'll like get into politics with me or something and just start screaming at me about politics. It's kind of dumb.
Have you thought about just having it out with him?
Oh, we have.
Just-
No. We have
just have-
on a couple of occasions. There was a time when he because I've never fucked with his friends when they're over. Like there was one time he had one friend who was just like I could just tell there was something wrong with this chick. There was like just something wrong. But like the rest of his friends, like I don't necessarily like any of them, but I've always been polite when he has like people over, and I don't say anything rude to him or his guests or treat them poorly when they're here.
I'm just saying, like,
But he
have
called
you
my
ever,
friend a whore, and I fucking went off on him for a good 10 minutes, and he thought I was going to beat his ass. So, like, he was genuinely, like, terrified.
and maybe you should have. Maybe well, I'm getting at
Well,
here
he'd
is,
call the
like,
police. He'd call the police and fuck
I
yeah.
don't care.
Oh, Jesus. one of those.
He can call the police if he wants. But I would say it's like, okay, like he shouldn't be behaving that way. I understand that there's a problem, Asperger's, autism, or something like that. But he knows enough that that he should know it shouldn't be happening. This is bad advice, but I'm saying one of these days, just fucking kick his ass. And I don't mean a little bit; I mean a lot. Like if he has to go to the hospital,
Believe me, it's tempting.
I think it needs to be less than 10. I think a peck.
Yeah, but if you know he's gonna fucking call the cops if you fucking kick his
that's
ass.
fine, totally fine. Listen, if he's a guy who's
he's in California though, dude.
Yeah, I would go to
you
jail.
live.
Yeah,
That's not a...
the cops wouldn't even show up. Like, look, unless like ambulance gets involved. Like,
They love to put some white boys in jail, dude.
yeah, but I doubt it. People they're just letting people go. So I don't think anything would happen. Maybe this is bad advice. Maybe you shouldn't be listening. But I'm thinking like a pecking order needs to be established. And needs to be.
Oh, the other problem is I'd have to deal with like the rest of the family like would hate me and shit. Like,
well, if they're not going to do something.
Oh no, like I'm fine with being the one that like yells at him and gets yelled at. Like if that's what it comes down to. Like I'm just not gonna keep I'm not gonna keep putting up with the silliness.
Yeah.
It's like you don't get to come out every time something doesn't go your way and yell and be petulant and like throw a temper tantrum. And it's like it's just not worth putting up with.
Well, what I'm getting is even autistic people will understand what will happen if you fuck up like that. That's why sometimes you got to put the fear of God into them. Well, I'm just saying is like maybe it's a bad idea. Maybe you shouldn't, but something's got to get done.
Yep. Well,
and at his age, this shouldn't be happening at all.
Oh yeah, no, that is very fucking true.
Because what he's doing with you, I mean, he could do that with someone else, a stranger out and about, and get himself sent to jail. And maybe that would solve your problems, but it certainly wouldn't solve his.
I don't know. He seems. Here's the thing. I think it's just something he does at the house because, like, he's a security guard for like a Indian casino out there, and they love him. Like, he's one of their favorite people to work with. Like, he's gotten several raises and promotions. And,
so it sounds like he understands certain things and interacting with others. I actually think that's even worse because if this is how he behaves at home.
Yeah, I think he's built like the pattern of this is what's acceptable at home into his head, and he just doesn't connect that like what's not okay everywhere else is also just not okay, like at all. Like you just don't do that shit.
Yeah, it's more of like I know I can get away with this.
Which is why I'm going back at him, and I mean afterwards I talked to my mom and I'm like, look, I understand you're really uncomfortable with like confrontation and shit, but like and yelling and stuff, but like this can't keep going on where he keeps yelling every time he's just a little upset about something and treating us all like that. Like it's not okay. Like, no.
Well, and what's even worse about that is what I'm trying to get at here is like if he's going to behave this way and he assumes this is okay behavior for home life, then what if he were to decide to move out and start a family? What if he decided to get in a relationship? This is the kind of stuff that could lead to some really nasty shit down the line and ruin his life and lives of others. I'm just saying, if you deal with it now, then should that situation happen, he'll be better prepared because he'll know. I'm just saying, like the family may not like it. The My mom might not like the confrontation, but it's like it is.
Oh yeah,
it
well
is
I'm dealing
fair
with
in
it
the long-
now. I don't think it requires like crazy violence or anything.
I think it will, and I know that's not something you want to hear, but I'm pretty sure it will because it's gotten this far out of hand. That's just my opinion. But anyway, we can move on. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. We have spent a lot of time talking about pizza.
Yeah. Well, wow.
And we're not government officials trying to get to fucking Epstein's Island, so.
Well, I also had like a brother who had these problems, and I realized I should have taken more action.
More action.
Well, in my case, it's like I didn't have a father figure, so didn't have a dad to go there and beat the kids, which I don't always approve of. But at the same time, it's like you gotta straighten them up. And I don't know your family situation, but he sounds like a guy who needs some straightening up.
Well,
And
he
he
needs more pushback from more than just from me. Like,
oh yeah, there has to be the rules have to be laid down that this isn't acceptable at all. And what if you and just let them know, hey, listen, if you were to move out and start your own family or something, like you have to understand this can't go on. This is not
how you behave in a
this is the kind of stuff that
society.
I mean, like he might be totally fine and might talk with people, might make friends, everything might be perfectly fine. But if you take all those people who think he's fine and put them in a like maybe even a roommate situation, it ain't gonna work. You'll be homeless or kicked out.
Well, I mean, if it comes down to that, like, he clearly understands the difference between what is and isn't acceptable when he's working at his casino job. And so the way I look at it is, that's what happens. Like, you knew what was right and what was wrong. You made that choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like he might be one of those people that are like, oh, okay, well, I can do that when my brother's not around. I can yell at my mom and sister, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he might.
I'm hoping after last night, like my mom and my sister will be a little more inclined to just be like, snap back and be like, no, stop that. Like, don't come out here and be all nasty to us. Like, that's not cool.
Yeah, you're fucking 30, you got in the mid-30s. Fucking playtime's over.
Yeah, because I just wasn't having it. Because it was like one of those things where you're complaining about we didn't do you a favor. Like, granted, like, sure, you've brought in other people's food orders before because they, everybody else just gets them left on the porch. We don't ask for them to be like knock or anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm a strong believer in like, don't knock on my door, just leave that shit on the porch, and I'll fucking come grab it when I'm ready. Let's have zero contact because I don't like people.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest things about those.
Or bring in a box and it's like, hey, if you just said something when we initially, knocked on the door and say, hey, all you got to do, could you sign for it and bring it in? That would have been it.
Yeah.
It would have been done.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous to not even let anybody know it's coming to begin with.
Well, we knew he was ordering pizza. We just didn't know, like, did you pay for it? Did you not pay for it? Do they need to fucking have you sign a credit card receipt or something? Because, it depends on where you order from. Like, if you order from the pizzeria, like, some of them you gotta pay when they get there. Some of them you gotta pay ahead of time. Some of them you gotta sign a receipt from a credit card company. And I don't order pizza. Like, I like pizza. Pizza's great, but if I'm gonna order food, I want to order something really good, not pizza.
Yeah, I don't know. There's good pizza places that are worth ordering it from, but yeah.
Once in a while,
like
but I'm a much
one.
bigger fan of like anything else most of the time.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, honestly, there's frozen pizza that's decent enough, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
that's ironically that's what I had last night. I wanted to take a little nostalgia trip, and I got me some French bread pizza, frozen ones.
Oh, I love those, dude. God,
right?
damn.
It's just like going back to school when it was like the best day of the week for lunch.
Yeah, the French bread pizza day.
French bread pizza day, baby.
What's the brand, dude? Like here, the Red Baron
I got Red
ones
Baron.
are really good.
Red Baron
yeah,
French bread
those
pizza.
Are the good ones. Because I think like Stouffer's make some, and they're okay, but the Red Baron ones are better.
Oh, I even kicked it up a little bit by I have a bunch of bacon that I cooked for BLTs the other night. So I just took a piece of bacon and chopped it up real small and sprinkled it with a little extra cheese over the top of them.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do like sausage patties. Or obviously I break it up into pieces, but yeah, I'll cook up sausage and throw it on there.
Oh yeah, yeah. If when we normally if we once in a while we'll do like pizzas where you like do your own toppings and bake it and everything.
Right.
And so when we do that, I usually what do you call it? Cook up some sweet Italian sausage. Buy it and cut it into like little discs, or like just regular sausage and break it up into little pieces and cook it up. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like the just the patty is like a hot sausage patty.
Oh, nobody in my house will eat anything that's anything remotely spicy, so it's got to be like the regular. It's not like sweet, like actually sweet. It's just regular, like breakfast sausage, the Italian sweet sausage.
Gotcha.
If you were to cook up like a Jimmy Dean sausage patty, it tastes about the same.
All right.
It's just super bland instead of having like really like spice to it or anything.
Nice. But yeah, that's really good on them. The Jack's pizzas. I don't know if you ever tried those, but for like a fucking frozen one for the price, the Jack's pizzas are really good. They're only like, I don't know. I think they're still less than like $4, or maybe they're up to $4 now. But
I don't know what
really good.
I don't know what I ever did to the universe to be this much of a dick to me. Today's been a day of trials. I'm doing I'm back on my whole keto kick, and I'm trying not to eat this shit.
Oh, you want to stop talking about pizza? Is that what you're saying?
I would love it if you could stop talking about pizza. But
all right, let's move on. Let's move on. Have any of you seen the video of Mark Zuckerberg training for the supposed fight that's supposedly going to happen?
With fucking Elon Musk?
He's not training with Elon Musk. It's just Mark Zuckerberg training on his own with some guy. And it's the most absurd thing I've ever seen. Like, it's not...
Yeah, it looked
Elon
like,
Musk is going to win, and I don't have to see Elon Musk like training to know that. Just because like his weight and like he could be the worst fighter in the world.
Yeah, dude, that video it looked like they were doing like an interpretive dance of fighting.
It was ridiculous. Yeah, it was like, dude, if that's
really
like his training, he's not getting anything out of it.
What the fuck,
I think he might be playing like some 5D chess here. He's just trying to make it look like
Could
that's
be.
his training.
There's always that possibility. I wouldn't, billionaires are sneaky motherfuckers, I would assume.
Well, they became billionaires for a reason, so...
But I will tell you, it did not look good for Mark Zuckerberg if that was like literally his like
for his sake, you would hope that's
aptitude.
The case. That he's suckering him somehow. Like, yeah, look how.
Yeah, ultimately, I want the fight to be like fucking crazy.
I think he's going to try and give Elon Musk the good old Zuckerberg. You're going to get zucked. It's stupid. I know.
He's going to get zucked.
He's going to get zucked. He's going to zuck you.
Zuck you, mother Zucker.
It's a terrible insult.
Probably enough of that.
Yeah. Earlier today I went out grocery shopping and my mom's getting like ice cream, she's getting chocolate, she's getting all this shit and some pastries, and I remember like, what did I do to you, Mom? Why are you doing this to me?
Why you torture me so?
I thought out of all your sons, I'm like the only one that keeps in contact with you. Like, what did I do to you? I thought it was the good one.
What did you do?
I did something.
God, sometimes.
Indeed.
Oh, this game is so badly designed sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see what happens in that fight, and I'd like it to be a proper long fight. But yeah, I don't think it looks that great.
I don't know. I've seen like Mark Zucker, or not Mark, Elon Musk with a shirt on every now and then. It's like he's kind of a pudgy guy.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Just like, because if neither of them, if both of them are at that level of bad fighting, it's going to be boring because like it's just going to be a slam for Elon Musk. Because just in a general rule, if you have the same level of training, whoever has the height and the reach and the weight wins. And he's got all three, just physically. So it would be a really short fight. So I'm hoping Elon Musk is either a worse fighter, or Mark is sandbagging, making it look like he's easy pickings, when in reality he's like gonna fucking come out there and be like dropping some martial arts or some crazy shit or something.
Yeah, just fuck them up. Yeah, it'd be nice if they could both somehow lose and get their asses like really. If you get a third guy coming in, I don't know who it's social media guy. How about Alex Jones shows up and just beats the shit out of both of them?
Alex Jones, yeah, just in pure like crazy psychotic rage.
Yeah,
just because he's Alex Jones and he's just out of his fucking mind.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out it's not that.
Fucking Louie. That would be, dude, I would pay to see that. That would be fucking amazing.
Same. I would absolutely pay to see that. Yeah, no, there's I want to see that now. Like, whatever it takes.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I could care less about the fucking Elon and fucking Zuckerberg fighting. Because, again, one of them's going to win, and that I find that concept shitty.
Well, I like to think of it as we all win. If they fight, we all win. I don't think any of us loses. That's the main thing.
Yeah, at least one of them is going to get their ass kicked, so I guess that is a positive.
Exactly. We all win no matter what, because one of them goes down looking like an absolute moron. Well, they're both going to look like idiots. That's just like foregone.
Yeah, the fact that either of them have even entertained this idea is fucking stupid.
Yeah,
well, I'm more interested in. Yeah, well, I'm more interested in.
I got a better idea. Check this out. Okay. All right, you get Elon and Zucker as a tag team working together, and they fight Alex Jones and Alex Stein.
That works. I mean, any group of celebrities fighting like idiots, I'm good with.
Yeah, Alex Stein doesn't. He looks kind of cartoonish, but he's like 6'4". Like he's a big dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they'd fuck him up. I would definitely pay. I would sell all the blood to get the money for that one.
Yeah, really. How much is the first one, like rag with one of their blood on it, going to go for on the market?
Well, like
that would be entertaining as all hell.
I've heard rumors that depending on how things turn out in the fight, the actual like the stock value might actually like go up or down depending on the person. So it's like if you
wins. Wow.
Well, because it's like they are already people are losing. Like if you're gonna risk your reputation to go out and do something as silly as this, already people are starting to lose faith in them.
Oh, yeah, and if you're the one that loses the fight, it's going to make you look weak in front of all the people that could potentially be customers, which is bad for business. Yeah, I could see that. That's a fair point.
Yeah, and so, like, investors and all that kind of stuff are already like, I don't know.
It's like when those the people on the board of Tesla freaked out about Musk smoking weed on the fucking Joe's podcast.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking retarded.
Yeah, they worry about this kind of stuff, and so like that's pretty much what's going on right now. So like I don't know, I'm sure a lot of them are trying to like say, this is cute and all, but don't do it, man. Don't do the fight.
Yeah, this works for YouTube creators, but your CEOs, you dumb fucks, like kind of thing. I'm guessing.
Yeah, so I'm worried. Well, I don't know if they're actually worried. They might just not care. They might have so much money that they don't even give a rat's ass if they...
You know, that's true. That's fair, too. Yeah, if you have billions of dollars and you stand to lose a couple million, but you get the satisfaction of fucking brushing knuckles up against somebody's brain, like, yeah, that you really don't like, you know? That
Yeah.
works.
Do those two have a genuine dislike for each other, or like is there I have no idea.
I would
don't follow
imagine.
either
I
one.
mean, they're rival companies. Twitter and Facebook are rival social media platforms.
I guess.
And Zuckerberg is part of
But
that
even
group
that
of
hasn't
people
been
that
very
wants
long.
to censor everybody. And Musk is so far proven to be, more or less on the side of not censoring things.
More. or
Although
less.
him not letting Alex Jones back on is really shitty.
Oh no, I'm not saying. That's why I said more or less. I'm not saying like.
Yeah,
that he's been
definitely better
perfect.
than fucking Dorsey was.
Yeah,
and more
exactly.
than
It's a
Zuckerberg
step,
is.
it's more of a step towards like actually like just letting people say what they want to say, and then
Yeah.
if it's illegal or something, then deal with it then. But otherwise, like fucking none of your fucking business what people are saying. It's obviously that person's opinion and not Twitter's. Just fucking get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that shit was always pretty fucking nuts, dude. It's like, why are you censoring anybody, dude?
Well, because
Well,
when they were doing the COVID stuff, like the last thing you want is a massive amount of people who are saying like, "Hey, look at all the research, look at all the science. Everything they're saying is just ridiculous and it makes no sense." So if they can say like, "Hey, all those people, they're making misinformation," which is not really a thing anyway. You can be misinformed by not understanding something. But like nobody is making misinformation. That's not a real thing. There's disinformation where you intentionally tell people things that are wrong in order to confuse things and fuck with their heads. But there's not misinformation.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fucking government needs to be shut down, and you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
If
yeah.
anybody, they're the ones putting out a shitload of fucking disinformation.
Well, you accuse me as the number of people that never question like why Taco Bell and Walmart and Target and McDonald's and all the grocery stores and every major corporation still needed to be open. It was like all these massive corporations need to remain open because they're necessary. But like, is Taco Bell really necessary? No, not really.
Yeah, I was gonna say grocery stores I get, but yeah, fast food needing to be open is pretty fucking ridiculous.
Absolutely not. Yeah, it does not need to be open. It was absurd to leave it open. But that's the people that were paying for it so that they could shut down all the little restaurants as harshly as they could.
Yeah, I loved how it was pretty funny though how like in Walmart they had to like close off any of the non-food sections.
Oh yeah, like you're safe in the store as long as you don't stray over to the pillowcases. Once you've left the fucking cabbage, you're fucking screwed. That's when the death strikes.
Yeah, so fucking stupid.
Oh man, that was pretty absurd. At least we can talk about it now.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, I think there'll be another wave of censorship coming up, mostly because now that the investigations are going to go through and people are going to start asking more questions, they're not going to want you talking about this again.
Oh well, also there's the whole wag the dog thing of the submarine going on that they want to get everybody paying attention to that.
Well, yeah,
and that because they want them to do that instead of realizing like Hunter Biden is basically just be giving a free pass for like 20 fucking felonies that would put anybody else in jail for like 50 years.
Well, they also want you to not pay attention to other things that were going on that were also newsworthy, like apparently impeachment stuff's been going on about Joe Biden.
Yeah, so they have all the evidence that says he absolutely there's no question now whether or not he was selling influence through Hunter Biden to foreign countries. That's not even in question anymore. That's absolutely proven. There's no questioning. It is a fact.
Oh yeah.
Yet, we have no real coverage of it. Nobody's talking about them. It's fucking obnoxious.
Well, yeah, and like all the other stuff that went on during the election, and other stuff going on, like with the CIA and the FBI and all that.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that they did spy on Trump and all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, a lot of that stuff's coming out.
yeah, and now we got this stuff going on with what's his name, JFK Jr.
Yeah, he's coming out hardcore Trumpian style, like, for lack of a better term.
Like, it took me a while to
like the
figure out.
left-wing Trump.
Call it MAGA style.
Well, it took me a while to figure out who the hell this guy was. This guy with a funny voice.
Yeah, I don't know that he's left wing or right wing per se. Is he? I mean,
well, he's going.
He's Kennedy, so he has to be a Democrat.
Yes,
it's a family rule.
Yeah, it's a
but
Democrat.
The stuff he's talking about is all conservative, like that I've heard so far.
I wouldn't call it conservative. I mean, a lot of the stuff
that I've heard so far. I don't claim to have heard everything he said. So, like, I'm just saying, like,
he's iffy on the gun shit, at least to an extent.
Right. Well, I mean, okay, so the stuff that he's been talking about of late involves things like big pharma and all the shit that's been going on with that. So he's been having a lot of stuff with that talking about, but also they keep saying that he made these claims about vaccines cause autism. And he never said anything like that. He was talking about how like vaccines like have side effects, and a lot of them we didn't get dealt with, and a lot of things were labeled vaccines that actually weren't vaccines.
Yeah, that is very true. That's a good point.
Well, because
and that's one of those things that should be bipartisan. You shouldn't have to have only conservatives talking about it. You know, it's nice if he is a Democrat and he's willing to be like, this was a problem. This was not true. Our president is not loyal to our country. You know, like
a lot of his arguments that he's saying is like, you know, there are side effects to various different types of vaccines, and a lot of the stuff that we take isn't the same type of stuff that was available like what was it 10 years ago and stuff, because because if you can get it as part of the bundle or whatever that they give people for vaccines, like kids and all that, because they've added so much on there, and each one costs more, so the vaccine's more expensive than the ones that we give kids, and so it's like, and I'm not even talking about the COVID vaccine, I'm talking about like vaccines in general, because they give you like a cocktail that's supposed to protect you from a bunch of different things. Well, they keep adding more and more and more and more stuff to it. And that's because that you can increase your profits that way. Because it used to be you only needed like the basics, like was it measles and that kind of stuff.
Like measles and what is it? Darn it! Smallpox. Like measles, smallpox, and then mumps. I think it was mumps.
Yeah, and some of these things actually don't need to be on there anymore because a lot of them aren't really a factor. So you can actually start taking stuff away. But they don't do that. You're not allowed to take stuff out. You're supposed to put stuff in. And so they keep adding more and more and more to the vaccine. And like I said, that just increased the profit margins. So they just keep making more and more. And so there are stuff on there that aren't even a factor. Like some of the things like they put on there are things for tetanus. It's like, well, tetanus is something you do for like if you get infected with it or whatever, you just go in there and you get yourself a shot.
Yeah, you get a tetanus booster whenever
step on a rusty nail or something. Yeah.
You don't need it for like a vaccine. You need it for like a treatment. Like it's like when you get a snake bite. What do you get? Oh, you go to the doctor and get like a.
Yeah, but you don't take anti-venom every day, is what you're saying. But you would need it when you get bitten. Yeah, I see what you're getting there.
Yeah. So there are things on there that shouldn't be on there, is what I'm getting at. And so, and on top of all that, like over time, that stuff doesn't do anything anyways. So it's like it's a meaningless thing. So So essentially, that's what he's saying. But the media is framing it as like he's saying the vaccines cause autism. No. That his argument is that vaccines can have side effects. That's it.
It's ridiculous.
That should not be a controversial opinion.
Yeah, and so I was listening to like a town hall, and the interviewer was asking questions, and she just kept going on and on about the comment about autism. It's like he never said that. And he repeatedly said, "Yeah, I didn't say that." And it's like, God damn.
Well, yeah. Well, they keep saying it because they know that the news bite is going to be them repeating it over and over, and not him saying, "Yeah, I never said that." What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, why are you making up stuff? So everybody's gonna say like, you know,
they count on you
after
not
watching the news, they're gonna be like,
checking into it.
he thinks the vaccines cause autism, even though he's never said any such thing.
Yeah, never even alluded to that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I wonder because while I was listening to the interview, he was telling an interesting story I didn't know about. It's apparently there was a Russian spy that was in like America, like during Kennedy and all that, and they actually didn't arrest him or anything like that. They actually befriended him and talked to him, mostly because they treated him as if he was a direct line to, I don't remember the Russian president back then, but as a direct line. Thank you, Gorbachev. So yeah, they treated him like he was a direct line, so they could have conversations to try and de-escalate things, and then they ended up creating a hotline, so that way they could directly talk to each other inside his home and all that. But the thing is that they were also saying like the information that they were getting from the Secret Service and all that was not the right information. It wasn't accurate. A lot of it was just stuff to try and promote war and more war. So the intelligence services are all about making profits, all about making money, and that's how you get the war stuff going. So it's quite literally you can't trust the people that you're talking to, and it kind of makes sense because I look at things like Game of Thrones and all that, and when you're like the king, and it's like, yeah, you can't trust anyone because everyone's out for themselves. So they'll lie straight to your face.
Oh yeah, no, it's all pretty sad.
And so a lot of times you hear that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, I mean, you may not like the president, but it could just be he's been lied to.
Fair enough.
It's like I don't like some of the stuff that Trump did, but it's like we promoting the vaccine.
Oh, I mean, he's the one that allowed the shutdowns to happen in the first place.
Exactly. But there again,
so, you know,
he could
clearly a victim of misinformation as to like what would actually be best for everyone.
Maybe. Yeah, it could be anything like that. So who knows? Anyway, I gotta go make myself something to eat. I am fucking hungry. I will talk to you guys in a bit.
That sounds good.
So yeah, what else is going on?
I don't know. We should have. Right now, I'm just moving some stuff around here.
Putin is losing the war in Iraq. That's good news.
That is good news. You're not wrong.
Oh yeah, what was the thing with the pizza in New York City? That was the
so
they're burning too much coal and shit or something like that.
It's not that they're making pizza itself illegal. What they're doing is they're making enforcing an old regulation on how do I place this? An old regulation on air quality stuff for environmental reasons, and they're basically using that as an excuse to try to like shut down all these pizzerias because they either have to install this ridiculously expensive what do you call it? A filter system in their chimneys if they're doing like a wood-fired oven. So it's like it's a real pain in the ass for them because it's all these small businesses that have like a little wood-fired or gas-fired oven that have to put these like giant expensive and you're talking like $30,000-$40,000 to get like a filter installed.
Oh wow.
And I'm inclined to agree with that.
The little guy.
That weird female Ben Shapiro lady. She just looks so fucking weird. I like watching her videos because the whole time you're like, it's Ben Shapiro with tits. How is this? How is nobody else saying this? But
no, it definitely looks like she could be one of Ben Shapiro's illegitimate children or something.
Yeah, or just like a sister or a cousin or something. Like maybe Ben Shapiro's mom fucked around with somebody, or dad or whatever. Like somebody passed on some genetics that were questionable, maybe. But it's just one of those silly things, like what do you call it? Where it's like a thing that's getting passed. But even then, it's still pretty fucking ridiculous that they're doing it now. They haven't bothered these people for like 4 years, and like she said, that's the problem with air quality. It's the fucking pizza.
Yeah, it's the pizza joints. Yeah.
That's why New York has got pollution. Come on, like, let's be fucking real here. You guys are just fucking with these people. But I think New York also had a thing where they, like, limited the amount of soda you were allowed to buy or some silly shit.
No,
like, I think California did, too, for a while. Like, but I think it was New York that started it, was where they were like, you're not allowed to sell bigger than, like, a 24-ounce soda or something with anything. Because, like, I don't know if you've ever gotten some of the fucking fast food drinks are insane.
All right, gotcha.
Like, I've ordered, like, a large and gotten, like, a half a gallon of soda. And I'm like, I wish I realized, like, what you guys considered a large was, because holy shit, I would have definitely not ordered a large. Like, I would have ordered a small. Yeah, it's kind of crazy,
especially when you look at like what a meal used to be, like at a fast food place, like the little ass burger and a tiny bit of fries and a fucking tiny drink.
Yeah, yeah.
And now everything's like at least twice the size of what it used to be.
Yeah, you would get a small drink, a small fry, and like a cheeseburger. And that was a meal, like a single cheeseburger, not like a double cheeseburger or like a double bacon extra Whopper melty onion ring burger.
Yeah.
It would just be like, yeah. Because what was it when I worked at Costco in like 1999 or so? The Costco I worked at their tire shop part of it, and it was right across the parking lot. It was a Wendy's. Like, I mean, like literally you just walk over there in like about half a minute, like 30 seconds or so, walk away. And so we got like, they would routinely give us like discounts, or like they would let us like get a drink early in the day and just refill it all day long if you bought one of their like biggie drinks, the 99-cent ones.
Right.
And you know, like in return, you know, we were like, you know, like we would offer them, like, basically there was discount offerage going on.
Yeah, reciprocation of the discounted.
Yeah, but like, you know, it was like 99 cents, and you'd get like a you know, maybe about twice the diameter of a soda can. You would get like a chicken sandwich or a cheeseburger for like 99 cents. Right. And a drink, and then that was pretty much all you needed to have. You were fine, you know, like that was a good lunch. Now people wouldn't be happy unless it was like maybe 3 or 4 times that amount of food easily.
Yeah. Definitely been conditioned to.
Well, now I kind of do wonder if carbonation has something to do with it. Right? Like, okay, so one of my coworkers got a while ago got that surgery, the one where they make your stomach smaller.
Yeah, lap band
thing. Yeah, got one of those, and like they since gained all the weight back, and now their thyroid's out of control and shit. Like, it just did not go well. But one of the things was they can't drink soda anymore. They can't drink anything that's carbonated anymore.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's too much, and they tell you when you get the lap band that you no more drinking carbonated stuff, or it'll break the band and it'll expand your stomach out. So I kind of wonder if people's just, you know, getting so used to drinking all this carbonated beverage, maybe that's actually expanding people's stomachs to, more than like they would naturally get, just like, you know, if they were not eating like processed shit that was all altered, if it was just like stuff that they were, you know, pig hunting, gathering kind of stuff. So I kind of wonder if that's part of why the sodas have been such a big part of making all these businesses like the big sodas, because the more soda you drink, the more carbonation is making your stomach maybe stretch out a little bit more, so maybe you want more food. So the next time you order like an extra set of, you know, like a large fry instead of a medium or something.
It does seem like it's... Yeah.
Because, I mean, it used to be like
Artificially been increased.
4 chicken nuggets and like 10 French fries was a kid's meal. You know? Like.
Yeah. Yeah, or if it was just the competition, like, no, look, we got more, and then they're just one-upping each other.
Either way, that's equally
ridiculous.
possible. Equally possible. I'm certainly not some sort of doctor person who would be able to figure that shit out.
Because even I couldn't imagine having, going back to the fucking 50s or whenever, and getting that and being like, what the fuck is this? Is this the appetizer thing, and then the real burger and shit comes later, or?
Were you trying to fucking rip me off? Oh, goddamn. Actually, you'd probably be happy because you'd be paying like 10 cents for that burger.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird. It's just crazy, like how much things have changed when you look back. But maybe that's something that everybody thinks. I don't know. Like just at some point in their lives, it's like just a natural. Like, oh yeah. Everything's different, old man. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, how often? For me, like, I'll get the large fries and shit, and I'll usually finish the burger for sure. But it's fucking pretty rare that I finish the fries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just me. Well, it's got to be more than just me.
I usually get onion rings instead of fries, but I can usually finish off the drink and the fries and the burger.
Yeah, I think it's because I don't like the fries by themselves. So when the burger's done, I'm kind of done with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I like eating fries with a burger. So when the burger's done, I'm like, yeah, fries.
Fries are just, yeah. That's a fair point.
Yeah, not so with onion rings though. I can eat.
That's what I'm
onion
saying.
rings
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Because like obviously I'm down with the onion rings. So maybe that's the thing.
Yeah. Carl's Jr. onion rings. I like Carl's Jr.'s onion rings.
Carl's Jr. has good onion rings. I haven't eaten Carl's Jr. in a long time.
Yeah, actually, me neither. The one we have in town is fucking. Like, I live way on the north end of. Well, not even. It's basically out of town. It's not even in town. And the Carl's Jr. is way the fuck to the south side of the town, so I don't get over that way often.
Yeah, I've just never particularly cared for Carl's Jr.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like their burgers and shit, but
yeah, I don't dislike it either. Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad because it's pretty par. But like Wendy's is better, or like Jack in the Box, and they're both equally convenient. At least in my opinion. Everybody's got their own opinion on like what's good when it comes to fast food anyway. So I don't necessarily expect that everyone is going to be like, oh yeah, same. I don't like those either.
Yeah. Whataburger is worth driving for. I'll drive further for that.
Yeah, I've never had Whataburger. If I had an option to drive for some Whataburger, I'd be fucking in.
Grab the wrong fucking. Oh, sorry. Playing my game.
Oh no. What'll I do? But yeah, what else is going on? I know there's some other stuff I got down there. Hold on, I'll maybe take a look. Where is... Oh, I was just check the stream. No, nobody's chatting. Alright. Let's see. Covered the pizza and the cake. Oh, I was looking through our DMs. Oh, that's not even the fucking right ones. Oh, did you watch the transgender lifeguard exposed bare breast city pool in Florida thing?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was fucking weird.
But I liked the way the guy was talking about it though. I thought was the part I really enjoyed was he was like, well, that sounds No, I'm okay with that. Yeah, no, we can make pools topless. It's all right. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. I thought that guy was gay.
Yeah,
I
was. That's what I thought
comment.
at first, and he was just like, "No, no, we're cool with it. We're totally alright with that. That's fine. No, no, totally cool, totally cool. Do that." He was just super into it. I was just like, nice.
You know, it's okay to be gay nowadays. It's actually very popular, dude. Should probably come out of the closet. There.
I mean, if he's talking women out of their tops at pools, like, I don't know that I want to talk him out of whatever he is.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, he's got a pathway forward that I can agree with. You know,
really get behind. Yeah, I hear you. He's saying the right things. He might actually not actually believe them, but he's saying the right thing.
Yeah, he's saying the things that I believe in wholeheartedly. I don't know that I could support another person more than him for president, really.
Yeah, that's my write-in candidate. That guy.
Oh, fucking, did you... Charlie Sheen's daughter is gonna fucking do OnlyFans? Oh, I feel so bad for that dude, because he's clearly just trying to be like, I don't want to lose my daughter. Like, he's, you know, he can't just, But he's clearly, like, not thrilled, and he's like, I hope she doesn't make it gross.
Yeah, I hope she doesn't go full whore, is basically what he was kind of getting at.
And the funny thing is, like, she's Charlie Sheen's daughter. Like, he could easily have gotten her any number of positions to work in the film industry that would have been good money. You know, like, she doesn't need to do this. It's not it's not at all a necessity. It's like not in any way. It's kind of sad.
No, that was definitely weird. But yeah, no, it's dude. There's fucking no dad wants their kid to be fucking doing that shit.
No, nobody wants their kid doing OnlyFans. And I didn't realize her mom did it.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Denise Richards, that's creepy.
Yeah,
if
it was 20 years ago,
that's a mother-daughter activity I would approve of. I think that's a little fucking weird, but
yeah, that's definitely.
I would think that, like, at least one of the two of them at that point should be like, oh, this is really fucking questionable now. Maybe I'm wrong. But nope.
There's better ways to show solidarity with your daughter's life choices than by also opening an OnlyFans. That seems a bit extreme. And
yeah, that is a weird fucking decision. But whatever, no, do with me. I'm not making the phone fucking call. Do whatever the fuck they want, crazy motherfuckers. They're all grown-ass people.
I guess the Sheen family has run... Or no, I guess it would just be the ex-Sheens.
Well, Sheen is the fake name, because it's Estevez is really what his last name is.
Yeah.
He's, brother Emilio Estevez and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that is a little weird. Estevez decided to go with his actual name. He's like, no, the rest of us are the Sheens.
Yeah, I guess, like, once one made it, then the rest were like, oh, I guess we can use that or something. I don't know. That is kind of a weird one, yeah. I don't know, I'm not a fan of any of that shit. The family tradition of Hollywood kind of bullshit.
Yeah, it's a little wacky.
That's one term for it. Fucking psychos. But, what is it?
Tiger. Did he come inside? Oh shit, he did. No, we can't jump up here. Okay, cool. I know how many throwing knives it takes to kill one of these guys. Well, so more than 5 apparently.
Takes you a lot of daggers, huh?
Oh shit, he's coming back. Yeah. Oh shit, he can jump up. Oh fuck. Jesus Christ. Alright. Apparently if you give him enough extended... No, it's like a spot that like my character had to jump up to. And I didn't think the tiger would.
Oh, and then the tiger jumped up,
out.
and you were like, "Oh, I guess that's not going to work to escape his wrath."
Yeah, it turns out I miscalculated.
I have had that happen to me in any number of games. The scariest was when I played Ark, because there's just something about a velociraptor coming at your face that just kind of makes you a little more concerned. Man, I am at the stage of collecting thralls in my game, which is fun, but like very tedious. Like I'm just going and knocking this guy out over and over in the same place. Because the only RNG when it comes to like separating a good thrall from a bad one is when you place them, they get different percentages on how they can improve their stats as they level.
Oh, right.
So every follower has 4 stats, and then a percentage chance of how much they'll gain a point when they level up. And the percentage chance of whether they gain a point when they level up is the only RNG. So you gotta place like 10 or 12 down to get one really good one. Because what you want like a 90% or 100% in strength. Like, nothing else really matters all that much.
Right.
Because if you can just fucking murder everything in, like, 3 swings, then your health is really not necessary, you know?
Yeah. You don't need any tank-like abilities.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. How much damage your character can sustain just becomes completely irrelevant at that point.
Oh yeah, if it gets too easy, it kind of sucks. Like, as fun as it is to get OP in fucking Skyrim, like, it is kind of fun to be able to just fucking, like, you're essentially, like, one-hitting everything.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed the game here, is, like, I'm still gonna die every now and again. And it's gonna punish me, like, I'm gonna have to go walk from across the map back to where I am to find my little dead body lying there on the ground and get all my shit back, or it goes away forever in, like, half an hour. So there's something to you got skin in the game.
I'm trying to think what the last thing in Skyrim was that I actually got fucking surprised by. I think it was probably the Castle Karstag. Fucking fuck. Yeah, Karstag. It was like a frost giant or something. Spirit of a fucking frost giant or some weird shit. Like, you find this crown somewhere, and then you take it into the castle somewhere nowhere near there. And then fucking big ass fucking super powered dude springs up that you have to fight all of a sudden.
Huh.
I don't think he actually killed me, but it was like really fucking, like, I had to use a shitload of potions and that.
But it's that brief rush of, like, adrenaline where you're like, oh shit, it's all on the line now.
Yeah, like, holy shit, I might actually die here. This is
it's what makes it fun. It's what makes the game worth playing.
Nah.
Somebody on here was saying Funcom is constantly abuses their players. They put all of their issues on the player's head, and no other game company does that. And I was like, Bethesda.
What? Yeah, what the fuck?
I was just immediately like, Bethesda, and he's like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, I have never played a Bethesda game that was not improved and made to run smoothly because you had to download a mod.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Yeah, no, they literally at this point are like, don't bother fixing that. Don't put money into fixing that shit. These fucking retards will do it for free.
Yeah, and they will. Like, yeah, the modding community is the only reason like half their fucking games are playable.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
fucking ridiculous.
There's so many fucking just game-breaking glitches, dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, when Skyrim came out, like, there was a bunch of game-breaking glitches. Like, I think the first one that I saw anybody run into is my brother ran into the one where, like, you couldn't actually catch the dragon in Whiterun. For, like, the normal storyline, there's a thing where you gotta, like, you gotta catch a dragon. And it just would not work. Did not at all function in the game.
Wow. And the beginning one? Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, where if you're going through the main quest line and you're going to go fight the fucking...
Okay, I think
the big boss dragon, I forget what his name is offhand, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Alduin. Yeah.
Yeah, Alduin. If you want to go fight him, you gotta consign yourself to oh, son of a bitch, I forgot what I was talking about. No.
Yeah, some game-breaking glitch thing.
You gotta confine yourself to some game-breaking glitches, which is like the whole fucking game right there. Like, it was such a weird thing to have be like a problem.
Yeah, no, they really take advantage of the fact people love the games.
Oh, and then there's they put all those mods together and sold it as a fucking DLC.
Yeah, that's especially. Or did they actually compensate the people that made the mods, though?
I don't care.
Yeah. They obviously are,
why should I have to pay for something?
Going to them.
Why should I have to pay for something that was free, like, before they came and took it?
Yeah, that's true, man.
Like, I was playing... That's the reason I figured out that they were selling mods. It's because I'm like, oh, this is cool, it's DLC. I've done this before. I've done this before. What's going on here? And then you realize, oh, I literally just paid for all the mods they used to play on the fucking game. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, all the ones that were free for all this time that people just did out of the, love of the fucking game.
Yeah, suddenly I gotta pay for every one of them? Alright, that's kind of fucked up. Like, this was already something I had. Like, why do I now, why can't I have it anymore? And, I'm not sure what the excuse for that is. I'm sure somebody out there has some reason, but I don't fucking agree. Sort of like the Game of the Year edition that I bought Conan with the Game of the Year thing, where it was like supposed to include all future DLC, and now they renamed it fucking Battle Pass, and I have to pay for everything instead. It's like,
yeah, that was
seems kind of fishy.
Yeah, like no, this is different than this isn't DLC that we said you'd get free from now on. This is Battle Pass.
This is paid content. This is premium content. Well, it seems like I paid for that premium content a long time ago, in my opinion.
Yeah. This seems like DLC. You can call it something different, but that's what it is.
Oh yeah, it's like the company I worked for tried to claim that minimum wage going up was the raise that they gave me 6 months prior.
Oh, wow.
So once minimum wage went up, they didn't have to pay me more. Or no, it was 6 months after minimum wage. So it was like minimum wage went up, and then they claimed that was the raise that I got that was supposed to take effect 3 months after minimum wage went up.
That's some scummy shit. Wow.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. It was like, that's not what's written in the contract, and I'm going to have to demand that you actually follow the contract. Sorry, I'm going to have to insist that you actually, pay me what you're supposed to fucking pay me. One of the other things was they tried to get away with not paying me holiday pay. Claiming that because I had overtime that they didn't have to pay me holiday pay.
Wow. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Companies are
So I came in and
fucking
worked like a
evil.
10-hour shift on like Christmas or whatever, because everybody else needed the time off, and I was not real disappointed to do it, because I don't particularly care for going to like family for holidays. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, no, I'm with you,
Love my
dude.
family, love them more from a distance. But yeah, that was their thing, was like, well, those 2 hours of overtime mean you don't have to get paid for the 2 hours of holiday pay. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, what the fuck?
Wow. Yeah,
That
that's
was
fucking
apparently
ridiculous,
legal in
dude.
California, or it was at the time, because I couldn't get anybody to fucking help with that one.
That is pretty fucked up, man.
Yep, that one was ridiculous.
Hey, thanks for helping us out. We're not, we're gonna take that away from you.
Yeah, we're not gonna compensate
You
you
worked
for your
overtime.
work, but we really do appreciate that you were willing to do it all.
Thanks for being a sucker, sucker.
Yep. If I wasn't getting paid to sleep, that would have been the last time I was there.
Right.
It's like, sadly, getting paid to sleep still does kind of edge that out as far as convenience.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, not a huge amount of those jobs laying around, dude. But still,
Yeah, yeah,
at a certain point.
true. And to be fair, like, I did spend quite a lot of time that I should have been doing work watching movies. Like, I could have been finding other stuff to keep myself occupied when I worked, like, the graveyard shift, besides just, like, doing the bare minimum and watching movies. So it was like, yeah, I kind of made up for that a little bit, I feel, just in keeping all that extra money that I didn't really do a whole lot to work for.
Yeah, still, it's a job people don't want to do.
Yeah, you should get paid for what you do. That's true. But the reason, that's the reason why I wasn't, going above and beyond for that job, was just because, like, oh, okay, well, fuck you.
guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that you do not value my employment.
Yeah, you don't give enough of a shit for me to consider it worth working hard for.
Yeah, so it was basically over like 2 hours is what they stipped you on?
So I got 6 hours of holiday pay and 2 hours of overtime instead of 8 hours of holiday pay and 2 hours of overtime.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because the overtime counted for holiday pay and overtime.
Jeez.
Which, no one thinking logically would agree with that. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like a
It's such a
reasonable
small fucking amount.
thing.
Like, the potential frustration of your employee versus what you're saving is fucking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The alienation
insane.
of your employee versus what you save is not one of their strong suits. At all. They're really fucking
dude.
dumb when it comes to that shit. One of my favorites is they used to go and like give people ultimatums like, what's more important, this or going to school? And then that would inevitably backfire, because the person would be like, well, that's easy.
Yeah.
Bye.
It's not you guys.
And then you lose every time. And I think after the fourth or fifth person that was like, oh, well, that was an easy decision. They asked me what was more important, so I'm going to go to school. See you later. And I'm like, shit, this was somebody who knew how to write English and, like, spell and punctuate. Why are we getting rid of them? Like, everybody else here is fucking dumb as shit.
God damn. Yeah. That'd be funny, dude. I'd love to be there. Like, you know what? You're right. I do, yeah. School is more important. Fuck you, I quit.
Yeah. Now that I've had time to
Be
think about it,
brilliant.
I appreciate you bringing to my attention how much more important school is to me than anything else. And I gotta go. Yeah, it was just so fucking dumb. One of the other things they've done to people in the past, like they never even tried with me, but They would tell people, like, you're fired, go home. And they would just go home. And then they'd get fired for taking off during the middle of work without leave. And I think you can understand why that would be pretty fucking ridiculous.
Jesus, dude. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, you gotta give it to him for, like, you really went as scummy as humanly fucking possible. Like, guys, you really didn't even try not to be the most ridiculously fucking scumbaggy bullshit possible.
It's like you're going out of your way to do it. Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, you know, this is part of why they're facing their lawsuit now, is they just don't fucking care about their employees, man. Like, and the irony is this lady fucking was the biggest champion of the guy that stabbed her to death. Like, they'd tried to they'd actually considered throwing him out. And she was like, no, you can't throw him out. He just needs help with what we do. We do want to be like some other company that let him down, you know. Da-da-da-da-da. And you gotta be like, and then he stabbed you, bitch. You were wrong.
Yeah, you would be alive today if you weren't such a fucking bleeding heart dumbass.
Yeah, that was fucking 100% true. Sad, but true.
Yeah, that's a fucking tough lesson to fucking have to learn for it. Well, information is not going to actually be useful going forward if you're fucking dead.
Yes.
Wait, maybe I was wrong. I hope somebody learns a lesson from this. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to.
Yeah, really? I was like, well, I won't be learning from that. I felt so bad. She got stabbed like 50 times. And then the fucking police show, or the ambulance shows up, and they won't go in until the police get there. And so basically, like, the reason this girl died was because the police took so fucking long to show up. Because, like, if they showed up and got there within, like, a few minutes, instead of, like, an hour, fucking, the girl wouldn't have bled out, and the fucking ambulance would have been able to, like, save her and shit. It's like, oh, that's rough.
Yeah, fuck.
So,
how the fuck can it take that long with, like, I understand, like, you know, a lot of calls are not fucking life-threatening, but if fucking fucking stabbed?
We had a client about a year ago, maybe 2 or 3 years now, who was very much autistic. Like, there was a couple of nights where he spent the night in the backyard just rocking in place, standing in the middle of the yard. Like, that kind of autistic.
Wow. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, which was fucking ridiculous, right? He would, like, why was he even in our program? Like, we're a board and care. They're supposed to be pretty independent. Like, that's definitely not a kind of thing you would expect from one of the clients in our care. Like, that's way below the level that they're supposed to be at. But he would also, like, just take off all the time. Well, legally, we have to know where they are, and if they just take off, we have to file a missing persons report if they don't return within an hour. Like, that's our licensing requirement. That's just the regulations. We don't have a choice. So, you know, this dude would take off, you know, at least every day, sometimes twice a day. Always to go to the malls to smoke cigarette butts and drink the tail ends of soda that people threw away. Like, just to dig through the trash for cigarette butts and soda cans, And so he would just go do that all day.
Well, they're both gross, but I kind of understand the nicotine fixie thing, but soda? Like
caffeine.
Yeah, it would be so fucking, like, flat and gross, dude. That's fucking insane.
But it's the caffeine. We don't allow caffeine in the house.
Oh, okay.
And the reason we don't allow caffeine in the house is it fucks with people's medications. It fucks with their mental state. So, like, normal people, it's not a big issue, but for people who have severe mental health issues and take, like, antipsychotics, caffeine can put them in a psychotic episode.
Wow. Okay. I keep forgetting about caffeine because I'm one of those people that caffeine doesn't actually do anything for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I forget that caffeine's like a stimulant. Like people get some kind of rush from it, or like energy or whatever, and I just
Um,
don't.
most of the time, I never did. It only really seemed to make a difference when I was like, if I hadn't slept for a day, and I needed something to help me stay awake. That was the only time it really was like noticeably, really doing anything for me.
All right.
But I was just so into like the ritual of, drinking my morning Mountain Dew because I just loved Mountain Dew so much. And smoking a cigarette at the same time that it was just like sort of like the same as people do that do like coffee and cigarettes.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So I was just
Yeah. For me, like sugar did kind of, but yeah, caffeine just I never noticed any difference from it. I just, although the ones that are the highest in caffeine are some of my favorites, like the Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper. So maybe it's on some level I just never noticed.
I want a
or
Mountain
something.
Dew.
Yeah, well, Mountain Dew's not really. Dr. Pepper is pretty much my favorite fucking, the main soda things.
Yeah.
I like Mountain Dew though too. Sorry.
Yeah, Mountain Dew is pretty fucking tasty stuff. It's a good citrus soda. It's not like it's super citrusy, I guess. It's like it's a good
yeah, it's not
mildly
like.
citrus soda.
Is it supposed to be like similar to like Sprite in that? Because I don't consider those similar. Is that the kind of soda it's supposed
Obviously,
to be?
it's not supposed to be similar to Sprite because it's just like it's not.
Well, I was thinking lemon
like
lime is kind of citrusy.
Yeah,
that's kind
so
of
no, Mountain Dew was developed specifically to go with whiskey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
It's one of those things that like nobody seems to want to believe, but it really is true. Like that's what they made it for.
It was originally a fucking like sweet and sour mix type thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just sort of like they just were like, what goes well with whiskey right now? Citrus stuff? All right. So they made like a citrus-based soda. Like that's basically what it was. And they were like, this will be a great mixer. People will enjoy it. And they were like, if it's super sweet, more people will want it. So that's how Mountain Dew got there.
It's pretty crazy.
But, hey. Fucking, that's how you make money. That's how you make the money, sir.
Yeah. Doing off-label shit.
Yeah. Oh, man. But, yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is pretty crazy. I just stay the fuck away from all of that.
Yeah. Oh, shit. He spotted me. God damn it.
Let's see. I know we got other things. What else was I thinking? Oh, FedEx sued. That was a crazy one. I don't know if you heard about that one.
Oh, yeah. The odometer thing. That is pretty fucking nuts.
That's like now we know where Ferris Bueller ended up working as an adult.
Right.
It was like, what? What are we going to do? We can't sell these. Nobody wants to buy, like, used delivery trucks because they're used delivery trucks.
Yeah, that have huge amount of miles on them.
And I can't imagine why, but for some reason.
Right. Yeah, let's claim our odometers. We're just incredibly unlucky, and everyone that we're trying to sell, the odometer seems to be going out on. Even though that happens like 1 out of every 100,000 or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, it's extremely rare for the odometer to go bad. That's not a normal thing to replace. And it's also perfectly legal to replace the odometer without setting it to where the old one was. But you have to disclose that you did that so that they know that there's no way to know what the mileage is. You can't, like, not let the person you're selling the car to know that that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That was incredibly dodgy on their part, and, you know, kind of surprised that they didn't get in a lot more trouble. I'm trying to think of what else is going on. Let's see. But yeah, they're probably going to lose a lot of money. Oh,
Yeah,
I did find
that
some of
seems like
Denise
a
Richards,
very
or not Denise Richards, but Charlie Sheen's daughter's OnlyFans like leaks and whatever, and they were very mediocre. It's there's no nudity. It's just like her in like swimsuits and shit, like showing off her butt.
Jesus. Dude.
Like
so
bare ass
fucking...
and stuff like that. Oh, what about the fucking
Pride
Pride
that's
members?
fucking crazy that people will pay that much money for that fucking shit.
Right? Yeah,
like,
I
dude,
don't
they're not even
understand
showing
what
it.
that's all about. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like I know, and there's a ton of people that do it. Like I'm in one of the leaks servers because the people will chat all the time, and it's just interesting to see what's going on. But like the number of them that are just absolutely fine with any girl should just be doing OnlyFans, and like they should all just take off their clothes for money. It's so pervasive. Like everybody's just like, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. She's still like just a regular girl, and it's like she's fucking like her value is gone. Like she's no fucking value anymore.
Yeah. No, it was what was so ridiculous about fucking iDubbbz' fucking harpy of a fucking girlfriend doing it, and he's like, it's a pussy. It doesn't get fucking less in value. Just more people see it. I'm like, no, that's pretty much exactly how that works.
Yeah.
Like, dude. Yeah, the iDubbbz one was really, overall, just really disappointing. That bitch fucked him up, dude. So fucking bad. Because, yeah, especially the fact that there's literally video of him before that, you know, talking about bitches that do the OnlyFans type shit. Just say you're a whore. Just fucking say you're a whore. Like, oh, no, now that my girlfriend's doing it. No, it's fine now.
Oh, he really did tell people to just say they were a whore?
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh, see,
yeah,
that's why people are making fun of him now. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude, absolutely. That's a big part.
Like you were making all these hot fucking calls about how judging everyone else, and now all of a sudden your girlfriend. Yeah, that's some fucking.
Oh yeah, dude.
Fuck
no,
you,
it's
man.
Yeah.
You can't pull that shit. No.
Yeah, no, it's fucking ridiculous, dude. It was really disappointing, dude. Because and now he's like fucking constantly talking about how he regrets all his old content. And I'm like, that shit was fucking hilarious, dude. It was great shit, dude. Not all of it necessarily, but yeah, dude, he was a funny fucking dude. And a lot of it was the edgy type humor, but dude, some of that shit was fucking pretty great, dude. And now he's like, oh no, that was terrible. I'm like, no, it wasn't. It was fucking awesome. You're fucking harpy of a fucking wife.
That seems to be like the fucking trend for a lot of people these days. It's like, oh, I regret what I did before.
Yeah.
Like they want to get in on that like social credit fucking money.
Yeah, that's from the H3, same bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah, that was another one. Yeah, Ethan was a really disappointment too, dude. It turned out to be such a fucking asshole.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Although maybe it's being married to a woman that you kind of have to wonder if they might be trans. Like if it's a person's first time seeing them, having a woman like that be your wife is probably somewhat of a punishment.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but she's fucking ugly as hell to me. And again,
oh, I don't know who you're talking about.
He looks
I've
like
seen.
She looks like a male to female trans kind of.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Gila, Ethan's wife. You know who H3 is, right?
Yeah, I've seen H3. Oh, is it his wife, the H3 guy?
Yeah.
Wait, she's doing OnlyFans? Who's paying for that?
No. I'm just saying, like, maybe that's punishment, is having a bitch like that for a wife.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because she's apparently, like, she's not only is she fucking... Dude, I don't know. I find her exceptionally ugly, but maybe it's just a taste thing. She looks like she was born a man to me. I could be completely wrong.
I was baffled that she's doing OnlyFans. Like, who would pay her for that?
Yeah, no, I don't think no, she's not doing that shit.
There's a lot of people really that do OnlyFans too. I think that, though, to be honest, there's a lot of the people who are leaks are just, they're like plastic surgery freaks. Like, it's just like these ginormous fake titties and like these weird bulbous fucked up surgery faces, you know, where you've had too much plastic surgery on the same body part.
Yeah.
And then all your skin starts to look like scar tissue. There's no scar because it's all scar tissue now.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a pretty good illustration picture if you're looking in the Discord. If you didn't know who that was, and somebody told you that was an MTF trans person, that'd be pretty fucking believable, right?
Yeah, I could see that. I don't see why anyone would want to pay to see her naked.
Yeah. No, again, I don't think she's doing OnlyFans. It's just iDubbbz' wife.
Oh, iDubbbz' wife. I don't know who iDubbbz' wife is either, so.
Yeah, she's a horrible fucking disgusting human being, and like not particularly attractive, dude. Like, she's pretty fucking average looking.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of the girls on OnlyFans. It's real weird.
Yeah. Or maybe again, it could be just my taste, but
there's also
yeah. I'm not saying
like they don't make any. A lot of them don't make any money either. It's like it's not uncommon for them to just make nothing. Some of the guys in there will like literally, like, there's friends they have who are trying to do OnlyFans, and they'll like put up like advertisements for their friends that do OnlyFans. And because the majority of people that do OnlyFans make less than $100 a month or something. I think it's the last number I heard. But it's like only 1% of OnlyFans. And this one I know for sure. Only 1% of everybody that does OnlyFans makes money off of it. Like, none of them make even minimum wage, other than like the 1%. Like, everybody else is getting less than minimum wage. So, you know what? I suppose it could be worth it if, you know, because you're spending like 20 minutes a week taking some naked pictures in the mirror, or like rubbing yourself or whatever in a like short video.
Right.
Like, as long as the lighting's not terrible, people will fucking pay you for it, I guess. So I imagine they make some money off of it long term, but I don't know. To me, like, losing your dignity doesn't seem like it's worth what a lot of those people actually end up making.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought found particularly interesting about the iDubbbz one is, dude's one of the biggest fucking creators, especially at that time. Like, he's fucking making plenty of money. She doesn't need, you know what I mean? Unless she just felt like she had to.
Yeah. He's probably in the millionaire range. Like, she doesn't. Yeah, there's no reason for her to work.
Yeah, I posted a picture of her. She at least looks like she was born a woman, unlike Ethan's wife. But I don't know. She doesn't seem like anything special to me, but for some reason iDubbbz is whipped on that. And just a horrible fucking human being, dude.
Oh, like, she's just an awful person.
Yeah.
That's turned out to be a lot of streamers, though.
Yeah.
I think something about the ego boost you get from thinking you're really important because like a few thousand people show up and watch you. Like, people just, I don't know, it fucks with their head.
Yeah, especially they get popular really young, dude. It's fucking, they're gonna be fucked for life. But yeah, the thing with iDubbbz' wife is like, she was dating some other fucking YouTube guy, and then met Ian and immediately left that dude for Ian. So she's quite obviously a fucking, clout chasing whore. Yeah, and actually, even when she was with IDub, she was trying to hook up with like Chris Ray Gun and shit. Like, yeah, it's really fucking bizarre. And it doesn't realize she's just a succubus, basically.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Did the hair eater go into OnlyFans or something?
Yeah. What happened?
Well, didn't Chris Ray Gun start dating?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, she wasn't the hair eater. She was the one that dated that Canadian guy. The one with the black hair.
Oh, shoe on head. Yeah, shoe on head and armored
skeptic. It was a
skeptic.
wig. Yeah, I wouldn't pay to see this woman on OnlyFans. That's not attractive to me at all.
Yeah, no, I think she's like fucking average at best, but apparently
you don't have to aim that high to fucking do that with OnlyFans. Like, if you're famous.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
there's enough
there's
sad, desperate people that just want to fuck everything that they see.
Yeah. Yeah, like some of them kind of make sense. Like Pokemon, I don't understand her appeal. Oh yeah, I guess it is the whole girl next door attainable thing.
Does she have an OnlyFans now?
I don't
thought
know.
She was one of those people who was like, I'm never gonna have one, so get over it.
Yeah, she probably doesn't have to. She probably scams enough for the fucking regular parasocial bullshit or whatever you want to call it. Let me see, Pokemon. I doubt it. Like I said, I'm sure she was making enough money without having to show anything.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I was confused. I was like, I can't imagine why Pokemon would do that. I mean, well, she'd make a fucking ton of money.
All right. Yeah. If you're making that much, why would you, dude?
You don't need. Well, I'm just saying, she'd make so much more, though. She wouldn't even have to do like anything. Like, she could just do bathing suit shots.
Yeah,
and there would be
like not even showing pussy. What? Fucking
you think there'd be like at least 1,000 people that would show up just to see her in a bikini, without showing her tits or like anything, without showing anything, no actual nudity.
Yeah,
just like cheesecake kind of shot, There'd be thousands of people that would pay $25 a month, $10 a month, 15, 20, 25, 50.
Yeah, honestly though, I mean, if you've seen her, like, she doesn't have a particularly good body either. Like, you know what I mean? That might be why. It's probably like, oh, people are going to notice that I'm fucking really, really average.
I imagine that's why she's got such a shitty attitude.
Yeah.
It's because she knows that she's not really that attractive, but she's got all these guys who are treating her like she is.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine an OnlyFans might actually hurt in the long run, because people are going to notice, it's like, oh, she looks all right on camera from certain angles on a live stream. But now that I see her in a bikini, this bitch wouldn't turn my head, dude, if I fucking walked right by her in a fucking store somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the LGBT Pride Parade March where they started chanting, "We're coming for your kids"?
Yeah, dude. What the fuck, man?
I was like, time to get a rifle.
Yeah, that was pretty disturbing.
Because if the government's not going to step in and be like, oh, you can't fuck kids, then we're going to have to do it. So, I mean, that's just how that's going to work. Because letting them have children is just not, like have access to kids is just not an option. Like, that can't be allowed to continue. Like, that has to stop. Like, there's a line. And you can see, that's why I was so happy with that Ohio mayor, although the mayor in Ohio might be like a false flag kind of thing to make the people look bad. But supposedly a lot of the prompts in the books that it's a writing prompt book that he's talking about are very sexual and inappropriate for, like, minors to be fucking around with in school.
Oh, gotcha.
And so he said, he told them flat out, like, you either step down or you get to be charged and go through a court trial. Which one do you want?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he threatened like the entire
School board.
the school district board, right?
And he said, "You're all stepping down, or you're all facing charges. It's your choice." And then he just walked away. Like he didn't even have it. There was no discussion. That's why I was like, man, the only sound left is just the sound of those balls going, bang, bang. He's just like clapping those steel balls together.
Yeah, mic drop. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Go ahead. See how valuable you feel your positions are now. You're going to be facing jail time.
Yeah, that was so creepy.
Or distributing fucking porn to minors, or whatever the fuck the charge would be.
I don't know what the charge would be at that point. That is a fair point. I wonder what that would be. Not enough. That's what I have to say about it.
Right.
They're not getting charged enough.
Yeah, sterilization and castration would be a good start.
Yeah, really. Well, I mean, hey, whatever it takes to get them to stop screwing around with people's kids.
Yeah.
I got no problem with most of what like LGBTQ want, like, but like the reasonable, rational ones like gaming or something, the ones that are like real people.
Yeah, not the fucking crazy activist fucks that want to, fuck kids.
Yep.
Or corrupt them at the very least.
Yeah, gaming just want to go fuck people on his weekends and have a good time.
Yeah, no problem with that. Yeah. That's what we posted recently. We haven't talked about Pizza One, Lifeguard, FedEx. Oh yeah, dude. Oh fuck! Back when I first got into comics, dude, that storyline with Vision and Scarlet Witch's fake kids or whatever was one of the storylines that was happening right around that time.
Oh yeah.
I forget where they went. They went somewhere, and then she's like, "Oh, guess what? I got pregnant while we were over there from Vision here, the android guy that has no semen." Or,
he's not a real
balls.
Human. He's a robot.
Yeah. So obviously,
you said like they had a thing where like if she stopped thinking about her children, they just disappeared entirely from existence.
Yeah, like they're constantly firing like nannies and babysitters and shit for pointing it out that they would routinely just disappear. Like, no, they're always in my thoughts. Like, no, I don't care how much you love your kids or how attentive you are. There's going to be points in time where you're not thinking about your fucking kids, dude.
Yeah, that's one of those things that a lot of people are weird about when it comes to like we always the kids first. Like they want to be like these noble people, and it's like but I mean, this isn't about nobility.
Yeah, no human being thinks about any other human being.
It's just about being human. Yeah.
Yeah, not even your children, no matter how much you love them, are always in your fucking thoughts.
And it would be weird if they were.
Yeah, that would be like, kind of psychotic.
Right? Yeah, you'd be pretty obsessive.
Yeah, that would be very much the helicopter parent type, I guess. Nope, I need to be micromanaging their entire existence at all times.
Ooh, thank God I'm not the fucking receiving end of that.
Yeah. Oh shit! I just saw the one that fucking that dude's golden retriever. Like she fucking does trust falls backwards onto him.
Oh yeah, that was a wacky one. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, at first I thought it said that like she just started doing it, but I think he actually did train her now that I looked at other videos and shit. But still, it's pretty crazy that you got a dog to do that. Just get up and fucking just fall backwards onto you. It's pretty fucking cute.
Yeah, I wonder how you train it.
Yeah, I want to
You know,
try,
'cause
but I
that
feel
can't be
like
easy.
even though he's a smart dog and he's picked up almost everything else, pretty much everything else I've taught him really quickly, that one seems like it would take a while uh, to pull off. And he's probably he's too fucking ADHD and young puppyish to
Yeah,
learn
oh,
that
for
one
sure,
yet.
for sure. That is a mature dog trick, because you gotta have a dog that's built a level of trust with you.
Yeah. You just fall back and fucking know that they're gonna catch you. Oh yeah, here's one. It has all of them. He did a little compilation of all their fucking trust falls. Get that out so I don't have to fucking see Gila's fucking face again.
Oh.
It's really fucking cute, dude. Ah, damn.
Nala flop
Sorry.
compilation.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 times that she did that shit.
Oh, that is pretty adorable.
Yeah, sorry. Trying to restrict the golden retriever talking during the shows to not bug you.
Well, I mean, you're super into your grand dog.
Grand puppy.
Wow.
Actually, now he's fucking over a year old. Shit. Still very puppy-like.
Oh,
And that's golden retrievers. Golden retrievers in general are like it's literally like first 3 to 4 years. They're still have that same attitude.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's like most dogs. Most dogs take a few years to really get past the puppy stage. They may get bigger, but that doesn't mean they're just like, suddenly like mature, not puppies anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely like a prolonged. They're full grown physically for the most part, but yeah, mentally they're still puppies.
Yep.
Yeah, which is scary, especially when he spurgs out, dude. Jesus Christ. He gets a little fucking, you're like, oh, Jesus. He actually flips out, dude. This thing's gonna be tough to fucking handle. He doesn't seem like he's gonna get that big, though. Like, he's not. Although he might not be done growing. I understand they can go up to like a year and a half. Like, they're not always full grown until they're about a year and a half. And somewhere from a year to a year and a half.
Yeah, we had a husky that was like that, and at first she was very much full grown, but it was like for a while we had to lock her in a back room when we had family come over, because my grandma and whatnot are like, they can't handle that dog jumping up on him, and she would always jump up on people.
Yeah, it's just too much.
But then I think like maybe like year 5 or year 6 she just stopped doing it. So it was like, oh, well, she's not doing it anymore. We can, finally let her out because she's, grown up a little bit. And so doesn't do the...
Yeah, finally settled down a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I want him to grow the huge chest mane, though, dude.
The huge
Some golden retrievers have... Yeah, like they get like a huge amount of fucking hair, and like from their chest up to the beginning of their stomach or whatever. I'm trying to find a good picture to show what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't know if that is gonna happen with him.
I have no
Yeah, my son doesn't
idea.
fucking groom him at all. So like the area between the paw pads, there's like hair that grows. And it grows like a good fucking ½ inch beyond his fucking paws. And my son doesn't fucking cut it or do anything to fucking fix it. And it's a pain in the ass. Like, it really is a two-person job. Like one of you is going to have to stop him from biting your hands because he's fucking. Anytime you grab his paws, he wants to. He thinks you're playing with him. Yeah, he thinks you're playing with him, so he's going to try to play bite him or whatever. Yeah, my son just doesn't want to be bothered to do it.
Oh yeah.
Although I did see one trick that seemed pretty effective, but it seems a little extreme. This chick wrapped her head up in plastic wrap, and then like
put peanut butter on her forehead. Yeah. So the dog was just like going to town on the peanut butter on her head, and she's just like, "All right, that's what I gotta fucking do."
Yeah.
Yeah, she seemed less than thrilled about that particular.
Yeah, choice. It's like it works, but I wish there was an alternative to this.
Yeah. I can imagine. I can only imagine. I've seen that lady. She does a lot of crazy shit. And she's got all sorts of like special equipment for when the dogs or the cats try to bite or scratch. So like she does a lot of cat grooming. And the very first thing she does whenever she grooms the cat, and she says it the same way every time, she's like, the first thing is I disarm their murder mittens. And so she goes and trims their fucking nails on all their feet so they don't have claws anymore. And then smooths them over so that they're not, like, they really can't fucking cut. And then she'll go about doing the rest of the fucking bathing and trimming the fur and all that kind of shit. Because the other one is if the cats continue to, like, be violent or they try biting because the claws aren't working, she'll put their head in, like, a big plastic bubble. And just do it anyway. You're like,
All right. Okay, that one, I don't know. Why do the thumbnails always show up all pixelated when I fucking post these, dude?
Because your computer is older than God?
Yeah, well, no, it's on my phone. Like the one I posted in Discord. Like when you're looking at the thumbnail for the one I just put up, can you see the dogs or are they all pixelated?
Give me a second here.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, if you're not there, it's not a big deal.
No. I just needed to move my character forward so I didn't... and whenever I switch tabs, my character does a back roll.
Oh,
so if I'm standing next to a cliffside, the first thing I do before I go anywhere near, like, doing the alt tab out is I make sure I'm not going to back roll and die, like, just off a cliff or something.
Makes sense.
Yeah. No, that's not pixelated at all for me.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that was the kind of like that. I hope might have main like that, dude. Pain in the ass, I would imagine. Having to brush that shit out, dude. But still.
Oh yeah.
Just the lion-like mane, like not on the top, but on the fucking front. It really does look like a fucking like a lion's mane.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all.
Yeah, the other shit, because it's basically along the back of their front legs, the back part has hair coming off of it, and then along the top of their back legs there's a bunch of fucking floof.
Yeah.
The tail is his tail, the hair off his tail has definitely gotten a lot longer and shit.
Yay.
So we'll see.
Maybe one day he'll grow into your thing.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm still holding out hope for it. Although it's probably not going to be to the feather duster level of these guys.
Here.
No.
I
was so careful and I fell off the elevator anyway.
Sorry, dude. It wasn't that important.
No, I wasn't. It didn't even have anything to do with looking at any other screen. There was no excuse. I just accidentally hit a button and fucking dove.
You just decided to go skydiving.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. My character was like, fucking let's see what happens. Let's go.
God damn, if I win the lottery though, I want fucking wherever this bitch gets the fucking golden retrievers from. I want one.
Oh man. If I win the lottery, I'm building a compound out in fucking Montana with a bunch of fucking cabins. You're all welcome to fucking come over and move there.
Yeah. That'd be a good spot to start the cult.
That's what I'm saying. Montana. It's a
Maybe we
good
should
place
do
for
that.
it.
Fuck winning the lottery. Let's find some
Yeah.
rich fucking retards and take all their money away.
Get all the money in
Have
one
them
big lump
join the
sum
cult.
and build like everybody gets like a little 3-bedroom cottage kind of thing, you know? Because you got a ton of money, and I'm sure building up in Montana is not that hard. Not as nearly as
Yeah.
expensive as California. But, make sure everything's solar powered. Get some fucking well water so we're not on city water. And get septic systems and stuff so it's totally off grid. And just everybody gets a little 3-bedroom cottage so that they could, have like their own room and an office and a guest room or something if they need it. And then I don't know if I'd let my family move in with me. Look at fucking. I don't know if I'd want to hang out with them.
Yeah, I hear you.
I think if family goes, if they figured out that I won, like if I couldn't hide it from everybody, because my preference is like to, if you win the lotto, I think I don't know about anyone else, but I don't know why anybody would ever announce that they won it if they didn't have to. But if you had to, I would just say like, here's what I'm giving you. That's it. Ever don't fucking come begging me for money. Like that's all we're ever gonna do.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do that. Fuck them. Yeah, other than my mom, obviously, I'd be like, "Here, I'm gonna pay the house off and whatever else." But yeah,
because I probably have
the
to
rest
play
of
the
my
lottery to
family.
win it, though, right? Although I think I have the same odds even without playing.
Yeah, it's not that much different. Not that much.
Yep.
Although I'm always figure, somebody's got to win. Why not me? I mean, somebody is gonna win it. Even.
Yeah, once in a
me?
blue moon, I throw down like a couple of bucks, but it's pretty few and far between.
Yeah. Like right now, I think they're both over 300 million. You know?
Oh, see, yeah. Usually, if it gets over 500 million, I like throw in a couple of dollars because then it's not too often. And then it's only like 2 or 3 quick picks. It's never like a ton of. Because like I remember, like my dad used to spend like he used to spend like here's $100 on fucking like scratch offs or whatever,
Oh, gotcha. No, I usually just buy a ticket. Like, when it gets over, for me, it's like, once it gets over like 300 billion, I'm like, all right, somebody's probably gonna win it. So fuck it, why not me? It's again $2, $2,
Oh, for the quick picks for like the lotto
amount.
like that, if it got over 300 million, he put in at least 20.
Nah. Yeah, which again, I mean, odds-wise, I guess it makes a difference, but it's still astronomical. So I usually only buy like one.
Yeah, that is one of those things where you gotta be like, it's not like it's even likely. Why? And your odds don't increase with more tickets?
Yeah, well, they technically do, but not. I mean, it's still astronomical.
Realistically, the difference is so minute that it doesn't
it's not
matter.
like you're bringing it down to like 10 to 1 or something by spending $20 on tickets or something. It's still fucking, yeah. This is another, one of the other Golden Retriever channels I watch. Basically, these dogs are constantly grabbing their clothes and hats and all this shit, dish towels, whatever, and just fucking running outside with them. So basically what they do, like as a punishment thing or whatever, is whatever they take, they make them wear it for a little bit. So if they take a shirt, they make the dogs wear the shirt.
Oh,
for
weird.
a few minutes. Yeah, it's pretty funny, dude. So it doesn't seem like it's actually hurting them, or if it's like a towel.
I'm not concerned for the animal's safety or any of that kind of weird shit.
Yeah, so they obviously love the dogs and not fucking like abusing them with it. But it is funny to watch them, dude, because they're just constantly. There's so much film of them, dogs running out of the bedroom or whatever, with something in their mouth, and then just cuts to
Really?
them wearing it, the dog wearing it.
Oh no. What did that dog ever do to you? Dog didn't do nothing. There you are harassing them poor little puppers.
I'm really surprised at how often they let them get away with that shit, though. Well, yeah, I think I'd have to put a stop to that.
Well, I mean, fucking look at the YouTube kids, you know, like all the kids on YouTube that are being used by their parents, and nobody puts a stop to that.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah. Because, yeah, and the other thing with them shit, it's almost always an attention thing. Because, like, my puppy, like, with the meds that I take, like, there's a bunch of the, it's this film or whatever you stick under your tongue. So it comes in these, like, it basically looks like a flattened ketchup packet.
Okay, yeah.
So it's got a little thing where you just rip it off and a tiny strip comes off and you can, you know, get in to get it.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of those tiny little strips laying around, and he'll fucking constantly go to grab those things. And it's absolutely an attention thing. He's like, all right, I know if I grab this, he's going to come over. He's going to make me give it up. But he is paying attention to me.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've done things like when I'm like taking a nap or something. He doesn't do it like the entire time that we're like laying down and shit. He'll go over, sit by the door, and do nothing. But if I'm awake, and you know, if I don't pay attention to him for like 5 seconds, he goes right over to where he knows, grabs him.
Man, I keep pressing the wrong button. I gotta get back to my base so I can harvest the blood of the dead.
It's understandable.
The only downside is, so like, for some reason, they decided when they added sorcery into Conan that you'd have to collect blood from thralls that you captured. Like you know, kill them and then you harvest his blood or whatever.
Right.
It has an unskippable animation that just goes for like a really long time, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
gosh, I could do without this.
Yeah, it's not one you can opt out of. Like the animation part, I mean. Because like on Far Cry 4, I didn't realize it until after I was done playing the game, pretty much.
Yeah.
But like when you go to search somebody, like it does a little animation where you like pat their fucking body down and then you get whatever they're carrying. And I didn't realize until very late in the game that you can actually turn that off, where you just get the shit and you don't have to do the stupid search animation shit.
Ooh. I bet that was fun.
Yeah. Well, it's fucked up because it also, like, you know, if you're in a battle or somebody runs up on you, like, you can't stop the animation and start fighting them. It's got to go through that whole thing. It's only a couple seconds, but again, if an animal is attacking you or fucking somebody's shooting at you, it can make a pretty big difference. It's also way too easy to fucking... Because the same button that you use, like you hold down the square or whatever to search somebody, but it also that's the same button that you use to like swap weapons out. Like if they drop a weapon or something,
Oh, okay.
you know, you can pick it up. It's the same one. So occasionally, if there's a weapon right next to the dude and you're trying to search him, like as you're pressing it, sometimes it'll switch and you end up grabbing the weapon instead of the fucking just searching the dude.
Yeah.
Which really sucks because like there's one like the best like machine gun one, like the magazine on it is fucking huge. I don't know how many bullets it is, but it's a lot. And then when you grab the other weapon, you lose all that clip, like that amount. I think it's like 300. I think the clip is literally like 300 bullets. So when you go to a similar weapon, there's nowhere near that capacity. So when you switch it back, you just lost 300 rounds of fucking ammunition.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, it really fucking sucks.
Yeah, that seems pretty fucking uncool.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd be real happy
really
with
shitty.
that if I were playing that game. I think I'd be pretty disappointed.
No, it's infuriating. So yeah, now what I do is because once you get further along, and there's an option for like a new ability where when you pick somebody up to carry them, you search them at the same time, so you don't have to do it separately. So I just do that because that's a different one. That's like holding down the R3 button or whatever, or the stick, pushing the stick down. So that doesn't accidentally do anything else. The only thing that does is pick them up.
Oh, okay.
So you search them without having to worry about accidentally picking up a gun and losing a shitload of ammo.
Yeah, that would really suck. Just suddenly fucking dump like half your fucking stock.
Yeah. No, it's one of those things where I'm literally gonna fucking close out of the game and reopen it because that's too much to fucking lose. I'm going to load a previous save rather than try to continue on losing that much ammo.
Yeah, I can understand that. Like, you just can't afford it.
Yeah, it's just too much. And you're like, fuck that. Although I have plenty of money now. I've got my fucking shit almost maxed out again, so.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because, like, you can't kill civilians. And there's basically like your group or your side or whatever is called the Golden Path. So they're the Golden Path fighters or whatever. And then the other ones are like the King guys, men or whatever. Once you've beaten the game,
Kingsman.
If you kill too many civilians, like it'll fucking you lose. The game's over or whatever. But you can kill as many of your own soldiers as you want.
I gotta head out. I'll talk to y'all later.
Wow.
Bye.
Peace.
Like these assholes are talking about nothing but fucking golden retrievers and video game bullshit. I'm out.
Fair enough.
I understand.
There was a couple more things, if I remember right, way up at the top that I thought were interesting to chat about.
Let's see what we missed.
The Team America sex scene. There was a puppet movie with a puppet detective, where it had a pretty graphic puppet sex scene with like the puppet coming and everything.
Oh wow. Dude, I just remember the first time I watched the one on Team America, just the fact that there's a sex scene at all is pretty funny. But as
it was a great scene.
Dude,
yeah, Team America is a great movie too. By the way, anybody,
dude, it's so fucking funny.
Should go watch it.
Yeah, like the scene in itself is completely unnecessary. You could really just show them like kissing and then cut to them in bed and like the sex is implied or whatever. But not only did they fucking put the sex scene in, but they made it ridiculously long, dude. Like fucking you're at first you're like, what the fuck? And then the longer it goes, it actually gets funny and funnier and funnier.
You're like, dude, what the fuck? They're still going? God damn.
Yeah. Dude, it's fucking great, dude. Yeah, especially that one. That's the one that's uncut. The one where it shows them like doing the golden shower and the fucking hot Carl shit. Like, yeah, here's the puppet peeing on the other puppet, and here's the other puppet shitting on the other puppet. That seems unnecessary, but that's pretty fucking funny.
Well, in the one I'm talking about, he comes all over the fucking room.
God damn, dude. That's fucking crazy.
Literally, there's like he's a private detective that used to be a cop, and some lady comes in and just fucks his brains out while there's other cops waiting to talk to him because they want him to join back up to the force, buddy, and help us solve this crime.
Nonsense. Like, all right, yeah, I'll be right with you after I fuck the shit out of this bitch.
Yeah, and he just bangs the hell out of her. It was pretty fun.
It is pretty, yeah, it's pretty fucking great.
And yeah, his fucking secretary just breaks out like a spray bottle and like a scraper because the puppet cum is all very clearly silly string.
Right.
So it's a great little scene. Happy Time Murders. That's the name of the movie. Happy Time Murders.
Happy Time Murders.
Yeah, it's like puppets are like
funny.
real people in the world. And fucking what do you call it? Somebody starts killing a bunch of puppets from like an old TV show. And so he's got to figure out what's going on, and he's having trouble figuring it out. But it was definitely a fun. It's a very funny movie. The only movie where I've ever seen what's that fat broad who basically tries to pretend to be Chris Farley.
Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah, it's the only movie I've ever seen where I like her in it. Because she's not trying to be fucking. She's not trying to be. Top. Well, she's not trying to be McCarthy. She's not trying to be Kevin Farley. She's trying to be herself. And it's like, oh yeah, when you're not pretending to do Chris Farley's bit over and over and over, and nothing else, you're actually tolerable as an actress, and actually pretty fucking funny. Like some great scenes. It was like, man, if only you did this all the time.
Yeah, because some of her early shit she was fine, but she was also not anywhere near the main.
This was an early movie,
character.
So it's probably
yeah. Because she had a small part in Gilmore Girls that was decent. I'm pretty sure she had a small part in that movie Go. I don't know if you remember Go. But yeah, she's like who was it? Jay Moore and Scott Wolf, I think, were like two gay guys in the movie. They were both like actors in the movie. Like that was her role in the movie. And like the makeup guy, they found out they were both fucking the same dude. And she was like that dude's sister. So it was like a pretty minor part. Like, so, she was only had like maybe 30 seconds of fucking screen time or whatever. But yeah, back then it seemed like she did not feel the need to go over the top fucking crazy like she does now.
No, she definitely did not in her early work. But, it is what it is. She's not really funny anymore, sadly.
Yeah. Seems to happen to a lot of fucking actors nowadays.
Very much so, sadly.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the new Top Gun thing? I haven't seen that. Apparently people really like that movie.
I never watched the new Top Gun because I watched Top Gun and I'm not...
Yeah, you didn't... No interest in the remake?
I'm not really inclined to believe that any sort of sequels are going to be worth watching.
Yeah. Although apparently that one didn't have the same issues as everything else does nowadays that's being remade.
Oh, really? Well, it'd be like the first.
Yeah, it's one of the few that is actually not horrible, apparently. That's actually decent. Yep. Although they replaced the homoerotic volleyball scene with the beach volleyball scene with a homoerotic flag football game or something.
Well, sometimes
I didn't really fucking notice it.
Weird gay sex in there. I mean,
yeah. Well, it's not even sex, but it's very like, why are you having a bunch of the movie really need a scene with all the dudes shirtless playing fucking beach volleyball? seemed not exactly essential to the plot.
Oh, that was because everybody wants to see fucking Tom Cruise's muscles.
Yeah, and Val Kilmer.
You gotta have because Val Kilmer was still good looking in that.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten fat yet. Yeah.
But that's the eye candy for the ladies. I got no problem with that. It's a fucking you're gonna sell movies for dudes to ogle chicks all the time. I'm certainly not gonna complain about the Magic Mike or the fucking volleyball scene. I figure that's basically sort of like them throwing a bunch of tits in like foreign films, you know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like
gotta give something for the gals.
Yeah, the ladies are going to the movie with their boyfriends, and there's got to be something for them to enjoy.
Indeed. But yeah. Anything else that gets remade? Dude, why?
The Top Gun isn't a remake. It's apparently a sequel to the first movie.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, it's not a remake. It's a sequel to Top Gun, which puts it higher in my book than most sequels and remakes right there. Like, or any remake right there, just because it's like, oh, you're not just making the same fucking movie again. You're actually
a continuation of something,
doing
basically
something interesting. Oh, that guy must have fallen through the map. God damn, that happens too often. When you knock out the thralls in this game, they're all NPCs, right? Once in a while, they'll just do a weird thing where they literally like fall through a map and just.
They're just hanging out under the map or something.
Yep. Exactly, and then you got to run out of render distance and then run back, and it'll re-render everything out, and they'll be back over the ground again. It's very obnoxious.
Yeah, it seems to be pretty fucking annoying.
Stealing people's blood. I wish I could skip this fucking animation, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They usually will give you that option.
Well, and this is one of those things where, like, you need a lot over time. Like, you're gonna be doing this ritual a bunch of times, and it's gonna get really fucking old. Really fucking quick.
Crazy. Nah.
But, like, I gotta sit there and go through, like, this whole animation where I watch this person, my character, like, slit the throat of the guy on a sacrificial stone and collect his blood. And, like, you know, the first 2 or 3 times, you're like, oh, okay, that's kind of, like, gangsta. All right, cool. This is crazy. And then after a while, you're like, all right, this is getting old. Like, I don't want to see this again.
Yeah. You're like, all right, that's enough of this shit. Why the fuck can't I just skip this?
Yeah, and it's like, can I just press a button and fucking skip and spacebar?
Yeah. Like I said, that's why I'm glad I I wish I would have discovered it sooner, but yeah, I was glad I finally discovered I could turn that stupid animation shit off.
Oh, there's the guy. He finally showed back up. Yeah, at least it's easy to collect all of it, because then, like, I'm just murdering my way through thralls to get the good ones. Because for every, like, thrall that's worth grabbing, there's like a couple hundred that are not worth anything.
I don't know. That sucks.
Oh, good. The blood doesn't.
Spoil?
Wait, I got a fucking. What? Okay, I can't take that out. I can only sacrifice one person at a time. Oh, that's obnoxious. You can only sacrifice one person at a time, and then you have to, like, have a bunch of glass flasks in your fucking thing in order to collect all the blood. That's really uncool. I gotta look up how these fucking teleportation things work.
Oh shit, there was one I was looking at it that I didn't actually get to watch that I wanted to ask you about. Let's see which I remember which one it was. Oh, the building more housing, the illegal to build more housing thing. I didn't get to watch that one, dude. What was that about?
Oh, illegal to build more housing. Let's see, what was that?
You had said something about it. BlackRock's probably behind it because they want to put up slums and just have everybody renting whatever.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out what is. I need to see it. It'll make it easier.
Yeah, it was a while ago, so or maybe I can.
Here we go.
Right, you got it. Okay. Yeah, it was one of the ones that I didn't get to watch, but I was like, all right, what's that all about?
I don't remember.
All right.
No, genuinely don't
deal.
remember. I watched that.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was probably almost a week ago that you posted it.
Both right. All the pink gunky bits are places you can't legally build anything other than a single-family home.
But yeah, it really does seem like BlackRock wants to own all real
this
estate.
is basically it's the left wing push to make it sound like slums are the best way to go.
Yeah, Jesus, dude.
And so essentially what it is there's all these places where you're only allowed to build a single family home, and they're saying like, oh, that's bad because then you can't fit everybody there, and it won't, everybody is miserable because they can't go where they gotta go, blah 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 blah. And the reality is but it's better for everybody. It's just if you just let people buy those houses.
Yeah.
Like take them away from BlackRock, make it illegal for companies to just buy up all the housing and then hold it hostage. Like that's fucking ridiculous that that's even allowed.
Yeah.
Like we shouldn't allow companies to do weird business tactics that are like not providing a better service, that are basically just preventing competition and making it so that people don't have an option to shop anywhere else. Because that's essentially what they're doing. They're buying all these houses up, and it's like, well, then where else can you get a house besides BlackRock? And they're not going to sell it unless it's for like $20 million, even though the house might only be worth $100,000, or $50,000. Because there's places where, like, I looked around in the housing market. There's places where it's like, $60,000, $70,000 for like a 2 or 3 bedroom house. They're not the states that everybody wants to live in. It's not California and New York, but you can find a pretty nice little house in Ohio or Delaware for relatively cheap. It's not super expensive.
No, BlackRock definitely again wants to own everything and have everybody renting.
Yeah, why should people have the option not to pay them money every month? And that's what they're
Yeah,
preventing. And it's
yeah.
like that's what you wanted. And so it's like what the guy's talking about is like it's illegal to build anything but single home houses. When you could build large housing projects, you mean slums and ghettos?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. We can get 3 times the amount of people living in that area of that 1-bedroom house,
And then they'll be out, and then they won't be in the countryside bothering us rich folks because we don't want them out fucking living in the the nice areas with us in the outside of the cities. We'll just keep them in the cities in small enclosed areas where we'll probably wall them off eventually. And
yeah, so it'll be literally like the that fucking happened during World War II by the Nazis.
Yeah.
Why should we have any? Why should we have any system that's different than Nazi Germany was in the 40s, 30s, and 40s?
Yeah. It's pretty blatant, and it's pretty gross the way that they're talking about what they're talking about doing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
not a big.
I'm actually
fan
surprised
of
that people are even aware of that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they would have put that out there. What their goal is?
Yeah, I don't either. I have no idea. It's so strange.
It seems like you would just do it and not bother letting people know that's what you're doing.
I think they get off on it.
BlackRock is just like, no, we've gotten everybody.
I think they get off
we
on
got
it
all
because
the politicians.
they know there's nobody to do anything to stop them. So like nobody's going to be able to do anything to stop them. I remember I was talking last night with some people in VR chat, and they were talking about how like apparently Jeff Bezos is making a real push towards trying to like figure out how to become immortal. That's his stated goal. He wants immortality, and I was telling him, I'm like, yeah, if he ever figures it out, I'm getting a rifle and I'm gonna fucking kill him. I will find a way. I will start taking up sharpshooting. I will fucking find people to work with me. Guarantee he'll be dead by the end of the fucking week. Even if it takes my own life, because like there's some evil you cannot allow to like fucking persist to that level.
Yeah. Like if Soros figured that out.
Yeah, no, because if Bezos figured it out, he'd sell it to Soros and Gates for a whole bunch of fucking money and stuff, dude. Like, no question. Come on.
Yeah, this is true. So yeah, they'd be essentially vampires.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you'd have to murder these people because you cannot allow them that level of power. Like, that's just not. That's no society can exist with those people running it like that. That's just not. That's not a feasible thing that you can allow. You have to stop that kind of bullshit.
Yeah, dude. Like, what would have happened with Roosevelt if he hadn't died of polio or whatever?
Exactly. There has to be a certain end to something. You can't have like somebody like Bezos who's just in charge forever.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fucking that one was really weird. Or I guess not. But yeah, everyone else, MBO the president was like, yeah, no, 2 terms is all we're gonna do. And then Roosevelt was like, no, I'm gonna keep winning. I'm gonna keep forever.
They wasn't a law against it until after Roosevelt did that, though. Because up until then, everybody was respectful of like what the position they were in.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not going to serve longer than fucking George Washington did. Like, he got the fuck out, even though he could fucking probably easily become crowned king or something if he just kept going. And done a preemptive strike on Russia. Like, no, we got the fucking atomic bombs. They don't have them yet, so let's just take them out now. Take Russia out now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at like I want to build a teleport thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries. I was just finishing up a game myself, so.
Yeah, and then I was
Fuck
trying to think
yeah.
of what else is going on there.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not, I mean, nobody's listening.
you were misinterpreting my thing about that button.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It wasn't about the life force that you gain, because that's obviously nonsense. But I'm just like,
Yeah.
I would just
It's
be
about,
like,
like,
how
I wanna
fast
kill
can I
some
push the
fuckers.
button? Like, just let me fucking have the button. I'm good. Like, I don't care if you give me anything. It's like, let me push the button.
Yeah. Can it just have random people die and I don't even have to know who it is?
Yeah, I'm all right. This seems reasonable to me. I got no issues here.
Yeah, it seems like a fun game to try to figure out whose life I snuffed out with this button push.
Exactly. Gotta push all the buttons.
Oh, what was the thing about California's drought being man-made or whatever? What was that all about?
They have water to last for years in the things, and apparently what they do is they'll just arbitrarily like let it out because of environmental bullshit. Like, oh, this habitat needs something, so we're gonna just let it pour out for this many gallons, and oh, this bird needs this, so that we're gonna pour this much more water out into the rivers or something, instead of like, no, people need that water to drink. Like it's
Wow.
yeah, like we're the ones that are important, not the fucking animals. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean,
Like, yeah, fuck the people. No, we're not. Our needs do not come first. It's
yeah, that's the problem.
It's barely not extinct.
Yeah, and that's the issue that they're talking about. They're saying that's what's really the issue, is that California saves all this water over and over and over, and then just starts pouring it out for bullshit environmental rules, and it's not real. It's just a way to drive the price of water up so California can charge more, and then they can have more and more restrictive laws about it because oh, we're gonna run out of water.
But
So
yeah,
it's like,
pretending that. Yeah.
And it's super gross because then we end up having to buy water from other states and all this other shit, and it's just like everything you're doing is just making all of our lives more difficult. Like, why?
Yeah, it's artificially inflating the fucking price of water.
And why can't you just leave it alone and let us like fucking save that money?
Indeed.
Looking around to try to see if there's a free transporter in this building area. Oh yeah, one of the things that's really fun in this game is you can find bases that are decayed and just take all of somebody's stuff if they let it decay to the point where it's like you just like after I think you have to like have like not logged in for like 7 days altogether, like 7 full days you have to not log in.
Wow.
So it's not easy to what do you call it? To lose your base that way unless you're just not playing. So if somebody's just like not playing, it's a way to keep the map from getting cluttered. So like, your base won't stay there for 5 fucking centuries in a PvE server where you can't attack bases, because that's where I play. I don't play with
Yeah, the
PvP stuff,
PvP
just because
fuckers.
too many of those people get weird about it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm all for like a good bit of mayhem and fun in that general like way, but you know, like, do we have to make it like this weird, like, super personal, I'm really angry thing? I mean, can we not?
Yeah, people tend to be, just very fucking weird.
Like, I was on one of those servers and somebody was like, hey, you know, we'll give you a hand because you guys are brand new, because we hadn't left Noob River even. And we'd only been on that server for like a week. We were just kind of feeling out like whether or not there was any place to build, just scouting and seeing what's going around. And while it's not an actual rule, it's a very sort of general rule of like, don't raid Noob River. It's not cool. Like, you just don't when you're in PvP, because the people on Noob River just are not in the same class as the people that have like got bases in like other parts of the map. It's like the very most beginner friendly, easy area to go and do stuff in. You super fucking like shitty to dump on those players when you've got like the advanced armor and weapons and you're higher level. Like,
Right.
like essentially, like, you can take one of your regular like weapons, like your mace or your axe or whatever, and just fucking gut their base. They could take their mace, their axe, or whatever because of what level they are, and it wouldn't even damage your door.
Wow.
So they like it's like basically they can't even fight back. It's like you're fighting against people that can't fucking fight themselves. Like,
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
and so these people were like, "Hey, we'll be your friends," and they gave us like a couple of things, and then we're like, "Oh, that's kind of cool, thanks." And we're like, you know, appreciate it. We're still just getting, you know, we haven't really started yet. We're just still kind of looking around. And so then they like followed us back to our base and then like destroyed our base entirely. And it was just like, what do you? First of all, why are you raiding on Noob River? Second, why did you tell us you wanted to be, you know, friends with us and then fucking rob us? Like, why not just
Wipe you out.
Yeah, like what was the point? Like, obviously you're gonna win. We just fucking been here for a week.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and even
Yeah,
the
that
other people
might
on the
be
server
very
were just like,
bizarre.
yeah, that's kind of fucking scummy. Like, you know, like, you're kind of assholes, you know. Sorry, but
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's obviously going out of your way to, like, you're attacking the fucking noobs.
well, and
Like,
acting like you're gonna like help them out and give them just a little leg up so that they don't have to spend quite as much
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, like, again, going well out of your way. Like, even attacking you guys at all is shitty. But to
Yeah,
go through the fucking farce of pretending you're gonna help them and then just wiping them out, that's fucking sick, dude.
yeah,
That's pretty
it's
fucking psychotic.
pretty weird. It's a choice. It's a choice that not a lot of people would choose because it's so shitty. But you know, whatever. Like, it's not against the rules, so like it's not like we can complain to somebody and get them like banned from the server. Nor would I. It's just like
Yeah.
it was enough for
yeah.
me to just be
No,
like, all right, maybe PvP is just not for me because I'm not this fucking
Yeah.
gonna get this fucking into it. Like,
Yeah, no, it's a very bizarre thing to do. Like, yeah. Shit real fucked in the head, dude. Like, now, not only are we gonna wipe them out, we're gonna fuck with their heads before we do it.
yeah, it was just such a weird, crappy way to behave as a person, just in general.
Yeah.
It's like, I've played on other PvP servers, and like, I don't usually get bent out of shape when we get raided because it's part of the game. Like, you raid other
that's part of what
people.
you're signing up for. Plus, they also, again, the people that do that kind of shit, actually derive pleasure from you getting pissed off. So why give them the satisfaction? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's
Well,
part of the
but-
reason for doing it.
Yeah, I mean, but most of them are pretty chill about it. Like, they don't actually get off on pissing people off. They get off on winning. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like I built the base that was the proper design. I collected and brought what I needed in order to beat that person's base that they built that was supposed to be better than
Yeah.
me.
Right. But yeah, anybody who's attacking people like that, you
Yeah, and they were just like wiping out people in New River. I'm like, you gotta be fucking sad motherfucker to think that's like the coolest thing
yeah,
fucking
to
to
enjoy it,
do.
yeah, to enjoy that kind of thing is it's a hard mindset to understand.
Yeah. Yeah, but whatever. I like PvE where everybody's just against the environment and nobody's like can attack your base or sink it, and then it also makes like, which is essentially raiding when you're taking down a decayed base. Like you go and set up a place where you can stash all your loot, and then you have to be really careful and go through and systematically only hit the right things to delete the right things. Because you can accidentally destroy their entire base at once, or you can take the doors off and slowly go room by room and empty each treasure chest at once. Because you can't carry everything that's in the base at one time. You just don't have that much space on your inventory, even if you want to overload your character to high health so that he can barely walk, and you'd have to go really slow to get back, and it'd take forever, and blah, blah, blah. You can't, you just can't physically carry all that stuff, so you gotta build a bunch of chests and slowly take apart their base very, very carefully.
So it's not like Skyrim where you can just hop on a horse no matter how over encumbered you are.
No, yeah, you can't do that. Hold on a sec. Somebody's at my door.
All right.
Alright, I have returned.
Is your brother reminding you that he's not going to do it for you anymore?
No, that would be funny though. That would actually really be funny. No, with my sister, we pack all our ground beef up in like 1 pound packs in the freezer and then flatten them out real flat.
All right.
So that they defrost really fast, and a pound of ground beef is about perfect for any number of meals. You know what I mean? Because we got 4 people, so a quarter pound of ground beef per person at the end of the day is pretty darn good.
Indeed.
Indeed. And so she was just poking her head in to make sure, like, did I really need, like, exactly half or blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yes, I'd like to keep half. Half would be nice.
All right.
But, so, it was nice of her to come and ask and let me know what she's planning.
Indeed. Good. Let's see what's happening. See if Twitter's got anything going on. We'll round up the show with.
Oh god, I didn't realize the guy did a whole bunch of really comical sounding screams. Like, I don't know who they paid to do the voice acting for that, but they paid too much. Like if somebody's tied you to a stone with your head and neck over a bowl and they're bringing out a knife to cut your throat, I think you would be very panicked, right? Like, that would be a very panicky moment right there.
It would, yeah, you would think so.
You would think, right? But they're just like, ah, ah, ah. You're like, seems a little bit
weird.
Like you're not taking this whole being murdered seriously thing. Might want to hire another voice actor for that one, guys.
Yeah, someone
Someone who's going to put
Fucking
a
heck.
little bit of emotion into it instead of just going,
Yeah, consult Christopher Lee so you can know how people really sound when they die.
Well, it's not the sound of when he dies. It's the sound of him screaming as you're bringing the knife down to kill him.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's like he seems remarkably unconcerned. Like I would think that the person would be screaming very loud and in a very panicked state. You know, like they would not
Right.
be at all.
Oh, this knife is coming down towards me and killing me. This seems
I'm
like
gonna die
less
right
than
now.
ideal
I
situation.
should be mildly perturbed.
This seems like a negative, like less than ideal.
Yeah. This is not a good
outcome
position
is
for me to
likely.
be in. I don't feel very comfortable with this. Could you perhaps let me go?
Yeah, I hit the pause button. Why is it not stopping?
Yeah. I would think it would be like just blood curdling. Like just from the very depths of their soul scream. Like absolute panic or something, you know? But that's just me.
Yeah, it just wasn't in the budget, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, I like the one of the guys since I've just grown over the years to realize that there's nothing to expect from Funcom. Like, not to expect anything from them of any sort of quality.
Doesn't seem like much going on.
Yeah, no, it's not a whole lot going on right now. My guy slipped out my noose. Oh, and they're regaining consciousness because you knock them out to drag them over to the sacrificial stone. I'm not going to show that. It's probably not YouTube friendly.
Yeah, but what is nowadays?
Fucking nothing. It's true. That is a fair point. There's really nothing that's super good.
Sorry, we found one person that finds that offensive. Taking it
Yeah,
out.
exactly. And then it's taken down.
Yeah. Unless it's a white man complaining, then fuck that guy. Oh shit, the affirmative action thing, dude, on the Supreme Court.
Oh, that's right. Affirmative action might go away, which would be really good for everybody.
Well, it's I think they only ruled it out for like what, college admissions?
Which is good because
Right.
it shouldn't just be black people that get to go to college. Like that's just, for
Yeah,
free.
no, it's the whole fucking concept of that seemed very bizarre to me. It's like, so you're gonna penalize people for being like white and Asian, and you're gonna like artificially prop up, like black people.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, no, I know this person's actually better scholastically, but there's too many whites and Asians in fucking school, so.
Yeah. Instead of these are the people who are the most fit to like benefit from this, so let's just let them go because they're the ones that are the best, like they've earned it. They've worked hard to get there.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
I've never like what was it? I remember very specifically getting a weird look when I did this when me and my friend joined like a small executive gym, right? Which was pretty cool, but like, very hoity-toity group of people. But you got a free a 2-hour introductory lesson with a what do you call it? Trainer, I think they're called, like the people that show you how to work out and stuff. And it was basically you were required to do the 2-hour training session, and it was free. And it was basically just so that, you didn't fuck up their equipment. So you knew how to work all the different machines, and you had a general idea of what was and wasn't going to fucking cause you permanent damage if you're like lifting weights and stuff. Because it was basically just a big ring of Nordic Track style machines. They were all from the people that made Nordic Track, and it was a bunch of different machines. Each one did a different thing, but there was you could fuck up the machine if you weren't careful. Like if you loaded it wrong or whatever. So you had to be careful with it. And
it was unnecessarily complex.
So they asked us. They're like, "Oh, what do you want? Like a male or female to be your personal trainer?" And I said, whichever one is the best at helping fucking newbies.
Right.
And they were like, he was very baffled by this. Like, that was, he was like, I don't understand. What do you mean? Like, you don't have a fucking preference? And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, I don't fucking...
Yeah, whoever's going to help me out the most is who I want.
Yeah, whoever's good at their job. That's what I want. I want the fucking... personal trainer that's like, oh, that's what it is, personal trainer, that's the term is. I want the personal trainer that's good at helping out people that haven't done this before. Because otherwise, what's the point? Like, I mean, I'm just wasting my time then, right?
Yeah. No, that's pretty nuts, dude.
And the guy was just very confused by that, and so they ended up assigning us this nice lady who was, to be fair, very good at dealing with a couple of fucking idiots like us that didn't really know what we were doing. So, because we were 18 and we worked down the street at a fucking tire shop busting tires, so we were realistically, what were we lifting weights for? What was the point? We're already carrying fucking tires around all day.
Yeah, already getting a good workout at work.
Yeah, exactly. But we went there for a couple months, and it just got too expensive for me, so I gave it up. The other guy, I think, kept going. But it was $60 a month in $1998.
All right.
Because in '98, I was still making $6.75, $7.25, something like that. I started there at minimum wage, and I made $6.25, and I think by the time I left, I was at $6.55 or something, or $7.55 an hour. Working at Sears for a couple of months, 6 months, 8 months, or something like that. But that's, that's a big chunk of your fucking pay every week.
Yeah.
Or every month. When you're making that little.
Alright. I just came across... Why is it posting double pics, dude? What the fuck? Right, I don't know if you have access to the Discord, but I don't know. Maybe it's not actually doing that, and I'm only seeing it like that. But the last 2 pics that I've tried to share, it's posting it twice.
Yeah, in different sizes.
Is that what it is?
Don't know why.
Yeah, the first one was the ridiculous amount of push button to exit signs surrounding the exit button or whatever. That should have only been one. And then, one of the 16-foot inflatable TV screen.
I like the TV screen. That looks like fun.
Yeah.
Fucking absurd.
Yeah.
What do you need an inflatable TV screen for? What's that even purpose does that even fucking serve?
Yeah. No, if it could inflate, transform into a bouncy house, a bouncy castle.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I don't think it does, though.
No, I'm pretty sure it does.
Go out on a limb and suspect that does not.
It's not how that functions.
Yeah. Still
Just
pretty
got the
interesting.
murder train going.
The chick in the picture is a little weird. Like, all right, I want to try to look kind
Yeah,
of
she
sexy,
does
but
look
not
odd.
sexy.
I want to
It's
look
right?
like
It doesn't.
I want to look
fit.
like I'm sexy, but I have to pee really bad,
Yeah,
and I'm holding it back.
yeah. That's not my. That's my hand. My pockets actually mean holding back a urine stream until this pick thing's over.
That sounds about right.
It's very long fingers.
My fingies. Yeah, she does have really oddly long fingers. The better to eat you with or something. I don't know. Oh man.
All right.
Oh, you know what? We're running a little bit long.
Oh yeah, it is after 6 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it. I think we're. Yeah.
We
Probably a good
lost
time to call
topics
it.
a long time ago. We're just having fun playing the games. All right, man.
Indeed.
Let me cut this off here.